Hello, hello, and welcome everybody to the newly relaunched and reloaded Renegade Arcade. I am your host, Keona, also known as Neo. Joining me today, we have my frequent collaborator and right-hand guy and best buddy, Brock. How you doing, my friend?
Hello, everyone. I am doing fantastic.
All right. And also, we have two brand new guest stars, guest co-hosts, who will hopefully be regular fixtures of the Renegade Arcade. First off, we have Pixie.
Hello, everyone. You can always call me Pixie, or you can call me Autumn, or Loki. I go by many of names.
Many, many names indeed. And also, we have Allie.
Hello.
Allie is our princess, and of course, just an awesome, awesome person. All right, so here we go, guys. We're going to talk about, mainly today, we're going to be considering the games that were announced and shown off during the Summer Game Fest 2024. That was quite a couple of weeks of announcements, let me tell you. Started with the Sony
shows they had in 4 days.
They had oh my god. So it started with Sony State of Play. It went into the Summer Game Fest show proper with Jeff Keighley, our Dorito Pope. And, of course, never not going to call him that. And, of course, we had the Xbox Showcase. We had Day of the Devs. We had Devolver Digital Showcase, which was insane, as always, and just a really, fun time. And we had, how many other things, like Future Game Show, PC Game Show? There was, tons of stuff. Tons of announcements.
From Castle Super Beast counted it within those days, and they were all stacked on top of each other. There was, if you counted correctly, and I wasn't joking, 16 different game presentations that happened in that week.
And how many games are shown off?
Oh, there was a shit ton of overlap. I watched their podcast and they went over it and they said there was shit tons of overlap, but it was just specialized things for certain people, and it was nuts.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so we're going to start this off. This is in no particular order. It's just how I wrote them down. So we're going to go basically with id Software, Bethesda, Doom the Dark Ages. This was one of the first games shown off at Xbox's press conference and press event. I got to say, I'm really excited for this one. As a huge Doom fan, this is tickling the fancy, so to speak.
It's tickling.
There's a gun that crushes skulls up and shoots them at enemies. It's called the Skull Crusher.
So
fuck me sideways with that thing. Okay, anyway.
Yes.
This is amazing. I think it looks really cool. The only thing that's missing, of course, and I'm going to say this, Mick Gordon's soundtrack.
I was going to say it if you did.
Yeah, I know you would, Brock. Because, seriously, the music in this, while it's good, it's also very, I'm a heavy metal FPS and notice me. I just feel it's probably like Andrew, I'm not sure to pronounce his name, Holschult or something. It's either him or it's David Levy or one of those guys that's doing the soundtrack. I mean, I'm sure that they're very good. They're extremely competent and they're awesome. And I love their music, but Doom to me is tied to Mick Gordon. And it always will be. And I just feel like if we had gotten this sort of medieval Doom stuff, it's a prequel to Doom 2016, it's a prequel to Doom Eternal. If we had gotten his music for this, I just think it would have been really something special. But apart from that,
I'd say to this day that I think one of the best tracks in all of gaming history was his version of The Instinct from Killer Instinct.
Yes, I love it. I love it. The Instinct, that's one of my favorite tracks, honestly. I listen to that just on its own, it's so good. Yeah. He even did a track for that what was that MMO that PvP thing that Cliff Blazinski worked on. It was Lawbreakers or something.
Lawbreakers. Yes.
Yeah.
There it is.
He did a track for that, and it was the best track in the whole freaking game, I bet. But anyway, it was called Faust or something. It was cool.
Sounds pretty nice.
So, history with Doom, just to kind of go a little bit in depth here. I know we don't have like a whole bunch of time, but I just want to say like Doom 2016, one of my favorite games of all time. It's awesome. It's great. It's tough as nails. It's got some platforming in it, but it's like, it hurts so good. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those games where you want to keep playing even though like it's kicking your ass, and it's fine. Doom Eternal was an interesting game for me because the verticality that they introduced in that, the platforming, the air dashes, the almost like, the death-defying jumps that you had to do in that game. There's one jump in particular, I must have died like 30 times before I finally got it, and I only got it by accident. Yeah, I like ended up on a ledge or something, and I was just like, oh, well, shit, finally did it. But like it was, I feel like that sort of Eternal was a great game, but it did have these sort of moments where I was like, I wish that this was 2016 and I could just like use my guns the way that I want to and just plow through this game. Like it kind of forced you to adopt certain strategies that you had to do to beat the bosses and everything like that.
Like you can't do that here.
Yeah, I mean, for Renegade Pop Culture, I wrote a review way back when in like 2020 or whatever, and like I expressed my frustration with a particular enemy in that game. But this looks just awesome. It's got like a dragon, like a tech dragon or whatever you want to call it, like a cyborg dragon, a cyber dragon. It's got this huge mech thing that you can pilot. It looks super freaking cool.
That's the whole thing. They want you to pilot a mech. I'm like, all right, they're giving us Gundam, people. They're giving us Gundams.
Can we just call it the BFM, the big fucking mech? Because like that's
I'll take
really
it.
what it is. That would be a great name for it.
Absolutely.
That's a nickname.
But so Doom the Dark Ages. Also, he's got a Captain America shield now with spikes on it. So there's that too. He's got a flail.
It is a Beyblade. Okay,
it's a Beyblade. Seriously, it is a Beyblade. You are absolutely correct. Yes, it's amazing.
I feel my age now. You said
2024.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Anybody else have anything they want to say about Doom the Dark Ages?
I'm excited.
Yeah, same.
Awesome. Yeah.
I'm happy that one of the biggest criticisms that people lobbied at Microsoft, one of them was when they bought Activision, is that a bunch of stuff was going to go exclusive. Wow, words exclusive. Thank you. My God, words were escaping me.
That's okay.
And I'm perfectly okay with consoles having exclusives as long as that game started on that system.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
So I'm really happy that they went, everybody get it.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I just wish that somehow it ended up on the Switch.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that game on the Switch though.
Oh my God, I might yeet my Switch across the room if I fuck up.
But it is interesting though that they did say the producers of the game, Marty Stratton, he said that this is going to be a more grounded experience, so it's going to be kind of closer to Doom 2016, which I think is cool.
I like how they say it's going to be a more grounded experience, and then you're flying a dragon.
You're flying a freaking dragon. Yeah. I think they mean on the ground, literally, like they're OTGing this. Yeah. I think that's what they meant, but it is pretty funny that they say it that way. Okay, so now moving on here. I'm sure we'll have something to say about this. Also at the Xbox press conference, and by the way, Doom the Dark Ages coming to Game Pass on day one, which is pretty awesome for those of us that are not rich. Anyway, so another game that was shown off, albeit mainly in a very cinematic, very curated form, Perfect Dark.
Listen, they need to just go ahead and give it to us. Stop playing these games. I don't want to wait anymore. It looks like it's really interesting. I'm here for it.
Interestingly, not touched or developed in any way by Rare.
I kind of figured it wasn't gonna be, because at this point,
Rare,
next to probably Insomniac at this point, Rare, my favorite game of all time, I think I've said this before, was Banjo-Tooie for like 17 years until Horizon Zero Dawn came out.
Yep.
Rare, I lived off Rare because my parents were not rich and I had an N64 as like my only console for a long time, and Rare were gods back then.
Yes,
that Rare doesn't exist anymore.
Gone.
So the fact that it's being developed by someone else, I'm like, you don't have those people. I will say that it's kind of weird that it's not perfect dark in the way it used to be, kind of, because like they're introducing new stuff and making it a new style of game, which, hey, I'm gonna be honest, most people probably don't remember the original Perfect Dark, in a sense that they'd be able to compare it to other stuff. But I'm just happy to have Joanna back because it's awesome. It really is. Same. She's great. You have an alien named Elvis in a game. Like, how you just it's cool. So
apparently this is the initiative co-developing with Crystal Dynamics. So Crystal D.
They're helping them with a couple of games from what I understand.
Yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting to me.
Is it 4J Studios involved in it too?
I think so.
I'm a little bit surprised that they've really like pared down the more cyberpunk kind of looking elements, the more futuristic sort of 2000s era stuff, but it's still like a near future game. It's a really nice looking game.
It is.
But yeah, I mean, I'm curious. I'm curious about it. A lot of people are criticizing it because of the way that Joanna Dark looks in the game. Because people are stupid. Shocking. I know. I
know I brought this up during our X-Men podcast.
Yes.
But ever since they showed that picture of Aloy in Forbidden West, and they went, why are they putting facial hair on her? I'm like, you've never seen a woman up close before, have you?
Like, we all have a little bit of facial hair. It's there.
You're a human. It's how it works. Oh.
It could be just a little bit of fuzz, but it's still there.
And what's the worst part is, they only ever show one screenshot from that entire trailer as the bad one.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of other shots of her where she looks fantastic. I'll admit that the angle makes her face look a little bit bigger, but the rest looks great.
They're using apparently they're using the visual likeness of an actress or model or somebody named Alyssa Bibode, I think is her name. So that is very interesting to me. So, naturally, it's going to be a more realistic looking Joanna, which is fine with me. I like this. I think it looks good. I think the gameplay looks awesome. She's going to be voiced by Alex Wilton Regan, which
didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the article right now. Yeah, it's Alex.
So
that's
happy
pretty
for her.
awesome. I'm so happy for her too. Yeah, I hope that she gets a lot of kudos for this. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. It's looking good. I will say that as someone, I didn't really have an N64. I think I had it for like 2 seconds. I gave it away back in the day. I gave it like to a kid that I knew. So anyway, somebody like at the time was going to church. Somebody had a kid, wanted an N64. I was like, here you go. But it's just one of those things where like I haven't really played the originals, which demerits to me. But I definitely want to check this out and definitely want to play it. So looking forward to it. It's going to be on Game Pass. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving down the street.
Oh. Okay.
What is
this one? Nearly gave me an aneurysm, but in a good way, if that's a thing. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection.
I don't know. You didn't seem all that excited about it when it got released. You were pretty silent.
I was pretty I wasn't too excited. I didn't share the trailer or anything. I didn't share Maximilian Dude's reaction. So I actually did not see the Nintendo Direct. So this was announced on the Nintendo Direct on June 18th, which is also coincidentally my dad's birthday. And it was announced there, and I did not see it live. So I was looking through my YouTube recommendations, and all of a sudden, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection trailer. I'm like, what in the frack? And I lost my shit. Maybe not as much as Max did, but because he was screaming like a schoolgirl, and I loved it, and that was amazing. But yeah, we all expected this to not happen. We all thought it was tied up in licensing issues. We all thought that basically Marvel and Capcom are done. They're not going to do anything like this ever again. It was a flash in the pan, especially after Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It's like, does anybody want this anymore? And I had just watched a video, actually, the night before. I watched a video about the not the Fightcade. What's the name of that company that does like the little mini arcade cabinets? Arcade 1UP. Arcade 1UP. So I had watched Max's video about that, and he was talking about it. He was like, this is not going to happen. This is like the last hurrah. Is just them releasing this on Arcade 1UP, and sadly, we're not going to get to play this. And then the very next day, and that was an older video, the next day, this gets announced. It's coming, of course, Nintendo's like, it's coming to Switch. I was like, wait a minute, is this only on Switch? I don't have a Switch. What's happening? And so I looked it up, and it's like, it's coming to PS4, basically, and PS5 via backward compat. And also, it's coming to PC via Steam. So this is a more than day one purchase for me. Also coming on physical release, so if you guys don't ever want to lose access to this game ever again, buy the physical version. But yeah, this is amazing. Not only do you get Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, you also get the Punisher beat 'em up from the arcade days. Yeah. Good lord, that's funny. You get X-Men Children of the Atom, which is a classic Capcom fighting game from back in the day. You get Marvel vs. Marvel Superheroes, which is the sequel to X-Men Children of the Atom. You get X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Street Fighter. This is a full 7-game collection of like this entire series, almost, barring Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Ultimate MVC 3. Super excited for it. Like I said, I'm going to be buying it as soon as it pops up on Steam, and of course, if you have the capability to play the physical version, definitely buy it. So that's all I have to say about that. But brought back a lot of memories, man. Brought back a lot of memories. My timeline on Twitter is just full of MVC stuff right now. It's amazing. But yeah. Do you guys have anything else to add to that, or should we?
All I gotta say is Inafune leaving Capcom was the best thing to ever happen to Capcom.
Right, I know.
Because they've been on the biggest roll outside of, again, on the same subject, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which was like that was they've done almost nothing wrong.
Dude, did you see like the fan project that Max is doing with like the fan artists and stuff? I'm sorry, yes. I'm blanking on their names, but like to like revamp Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and just like to change like the visual style and everything to make it pop a lot more, and just to do
it's like the only thing wrong. It actually plays well.
Yeah, right. I know. But so I urge everybody out there to just support this game so that we get a Marvel vs. Capcom. What is it, 5? I mean, I guess it would be 5. God. Because we need this. I need this thing in my life. Okay, this is
Kiona. There's something you want more than Marvel vs. Capcom.
And what is that?
Don't you want now I'm blanking on the name. You literally lost your shit about
Capcom,
it during one of our
Capcom versus SNK.
Yes.
Okay, so look, okay? Listen, Linda. All of these Capcom classic fighting games, I want them all back. I want Power Stone back. I want Rival Schools back. I want everything back. Bring it back, Capcom. Seriously, Darkstalkers, for God's sake, bring it back. I mean, we need this. We need this as a community, as a country, as a world, okay? It'll make people happier, goddammit. Anyway, all right, moving on, though. But seriously, this is really great. It's great news, and it's nice to see Marvel and Capcom working together again, and also SNK as well, which we'll get to eventually. Okay, but I want to talk about Allie. This is your spot. Riven Remake. Riven Remake. I played the demo yesterday. As we all know, classic puzzle game, sequel to Myst, from the 90s / maybe 2000s. I forget when Riven came out originally, but I hadn't played it in years, and playing the demo, it just brings it all back. Other than the CG characters, it's all this, it looks beautiful. It's such an awesome game. The demo was amazing. It's on Steam if you guys want to play that. and it's coming out in 3 days from the time of this recording. So, Allie, take it away.
Oh, Spotlight. Okay. I've been super excited about this game. I have been a huge Myst fan ever since it came out way back in the day.
Mm-hmm. So what's your history with the franchise? Like, you played it originally, and you told me something that was really fascinating to me, actually, that you play this game, you replay Riven a lot.
Yeah, the original Myst and Riven I play probably once, maybe every couple of months. It's just they're beautiful games. You know, I love going through the whole story. I have immersed myself deeply into this plot so far that I've actually learned quite a bit of the fictional language that the game is based around.
Oh, okay.
They have remade Myst many times over the past years, and everybody has been waiting for Riven to come out. Mm-hmm. And it was quite a few years ago, I want to say 3 or so years ago, they had actually started a fan-based project called the Starry Expanse, which kind of popped up in the news here and there. And they were just gathering everybody. They're like, hey, any game designers, graphic designers, let's get together in our spare time and try to build Riven as a 3D model. Ooh. And like, we got updates every so often. And then suddenly Cyan came along. It's like, hey, we want to take this over. We want to help fund this and put this out. Put everybody under a NDA, and then we got no updates. Like, most of the people thought the project was killed. Yeah. Because we weren't getting updates anymore. But, you know, community kept trying to reassure everybody, no, Cyan's got it under their control now, and they're going to be putting it out. And everybody is super excited to see this out now.
I'm really excited, especially after playing the demo, because I was like, I got to that one point where you got like the little spinny like cylinder thing, the spinny globe, and I was like, I want to go there. I want to touch the shiny. And then I ended up being like, you know, it's like no, this is not, you know, not accessible during the demo, and I'm like, damn. And then I destroyed an entire bridge, which you know, good for me.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really good. I did great.
Yeah,
great
watching
job.
You play yesterday, I noticed, you know, a lot of the changes everybody's been talking about.
Interesting.
It seems that the game is overall, the original game was super hard. I know very few people who have actually beat it with a walkthrough or without a walkthrough.
I bet.
Damn.
Most people had to look up something, especially one of the final puzzles that one Redditor so affectionately called the waffle iron bullshit.
Waffle iron.
And a lot of the changes I'm seeing, it looks like this remake is going to be a lot less head bashing than the original game was.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of does, because it does kind of give you the sense of like, okay, I'm, you know, it does a little like vibration thing too with your controller if you're near like a new puzzle or something, or if you're progressing, so it gives you that little notification of like okay, like you're making your way through this, so don't give up, because yeah, for me, I was just like, you know, it's so visually breathtaking now. I mean, Riven and Myst always were beautiful games. Like, they've always been at the forefront in terms of visual fidelity and everything, but like this remake looks so amazing to me. And I'm intrigued by just all like the machinery, the steampunkness of it all. It really is cool. So that's coming out on June 25th, very soon. I will definitely be picking it up and probably streaming it once I get my stream setup back up and running. So anyway, Allie, you want to share anything else about Riven Remake before we go on? Or does anybody else have anything that they want to add?
I don't think I've got anything extra.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I remember playing Myst way back in the day, and that was like, I wasn't a very brainy gamer. I was more like, just, you know, give me a shotgun, let me go to town on aliens or something. But like, this version of it though, it's calming in a way. And also like, you really want to move ahead. So it's like, oh my God, how am I going to solve this? Because I really have no idea what's going on. But anyway, The game looks awesome, and I can't wait to play more of it. All right. So, next up, speaking of, there's so many like remakes and stuff coming out, which is
yeah, there is.
Which is both an indictment of the AAA games industry, as well as just like, there's room for like the old stuff and there's room for the new stuff. And speaking of which, I'm going to mention this game, which is very near and dear to my heart. And also probably my ass, if because we're talking.
They're remaking Honkai Star Rail.
No, God damn it with the Honkai Star Rail. Jeez, I missed the Aerith reveal. Came back and it's Honkai Star Rail. I'm like, really?
There was a moment during a live stream of the Game Awards where Kiona was hoping to see anything for Rebirth, and he goes to the bathroom for the only time during the entire showcase, and that Aerith song played the second he clicked off.
I swear Jeff Keighley doesn't like me calling him the Dorito Pope, and he's mad at me for that. Anyway, okay, so we are moving on here to Lollipop Chainsaw Remake.
Oh my
or as they call it, Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. I love this freaking game, okay? I love it so much.
I need the sparkles. I need everything. I need all of it back.
So this was originally, this was Suda51, who is from Grasshopper Manufacturer. That's his company. He also did like Shadows of the Damned, which is also getting a remake, which I fucking love that so much. Garcia Hotspur will ride again, baby. But I mean, this is so, Lollipop Chainsaw is so like Buffy influenced. It's got like Juliet Starling. It's got her family. One of them is named Cordelia, for crying out loud. It was Suda51 who was producer. I think he was like main producer on it, or like one of the writers or directors, something like that. And also James Gunn wrote it. So that's very interesting. So it was like, okay, I had to, when I got this, right, because of the house where I'm living in, I had to literally hide the fact that I bought this game on 360 back in the day. So like I had to go after work. I went over to the GameStop that was nearby and I bought this game, and just like, because I was like, there's no way that I'm missing out on this. It was one of the most creatively vile games I have ever seen. It's definitely a product of its time. But at the same time, I love it dearly, and I love all the profanity. I love the fact that she's just like chopping them up with her chainsaw and going like, "Eat it, fat ass," and stuff. It's freaking amazing. It's so funny.
She talked hella shit.
It is so funny.
I'm really surprised my parents hate me this game.
Listen, I want Michael Rosenbaum to have somebody on his podcast literally bring up the fact that he was like the head of Juliet's boyfriend, like strapped to her belt near her ass the whole entire game. I want somebody to remind him that he played that role and played it very beautifully.
You played it beautifully, sir.
You played it beautifully, sir.
Yes.
But now, so this is being actually done by a different company, or like maybe the same company, I think. I'm looking it up right now, so please excuse me, guys. Oh God, who is the developer now for this? Dragami Games, I think is how you pronounce it. Dragami Games.
Dragami.
And the lead producer on it is not Suda51 this time, but it looks like they're making some improvements. Originally it was going to be a remake, now it's a remaster, due to what fans basically asked them to do, I guess. Essentially, I would have been fine with the remake, but but hey, remaster's good too. It really, like, it looks, the game, the way that they've remastered it, it looks like how I remember it. So it's that weird thing of like, when your mind sort of just fills in like wherever the graphical weirdness happens, and like you just sort of remember it that way, because that's how I see the remastered graphics and everything. It just looks like how I remember it being. It's an incredibly wacky, zany, like, I can't even explain to you the things that you do in this game. You play zombie basketball by chopping their heads off and trying to like make it into the basket. You have a zombie that comes out and tries to guard the basket for you. It's fucking funny. This is great. She's got like a pole dance move. I mean, Juliet's supposed to be 18, so come on, guys. But I mean, like this was also the first time that I ever heard of Jessica Negri was through this game.
And it's launched her career.
Launched her career, and I met her at 2 different conventions in Hawaii, and she's a lovely person.
Lucky?
Yes, I love her. Because I mean, like a lot of people look at Jessica Negri, they're like, okay, she's selling what she's got, but I mean, like, she's a genuinely sweet person, like super nice, super funny, and can't say enough good things about her. And of course, Juliet in the game is voiced by Tara Strong, who I also got to meet. She's amazing. One of my favorite voice actresses, best voice of Batgirl ever. I mean, what are you guys looking forward to this game as well?
Oh, yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. That was one of those announcements when it came out. I was like, oh, huh?
Yeah, happy dance.
Yeah.
Twerk real quick. Like, hold on, I need this.
Hell yeah. Because
I'm like, and it's good that it's being released for at least PlayStation 5, Xbox Series,
Switch.
Nintendo Switch, Stream, look, Steam, all of it. So at least you can't say you couldn't play it.
Yes.
Unless you have those type of parents that won't let you play it, so I do apologize in advance.
Another day one purchase for me. Lollipop Chainsaw. The only thing that I'm gonna miss a lot is the licensed music, which of course, this came out originally in like 2012. So I mean, all the music licenses have all gone to hell. But we won't have Cherry Bomb on the main menu anymore, which sucks. But it's okay.
Rude.
You know what though? I'm sure they're gonna hire some good musicians, some great musicians to work on this game and to come up with new tracks and everything. It's gonna be the same spirit. I'm sure that it'll be fine. Nothing in this game, from what I could see of the trailers and everything, from what I've seen of gameplay, nothing is censored. So this is gonna be like the actual experience that we had back in the day. And I love that. So, Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, man. Maybe we'll get a sequel out of this. Also, big shout out to Shadows of the Damned remake for Grasshopper. So, we got those 2 games. I love them so much. They're near and dear to my heart. Okay, next up on the list.
Yes.
This was a shocker at the SGF main show, at the main stage. I did not expect to see this. But it makes sense given the success of TMNT Shredder's Revenge. Ninja Turtles coming back in a big way. Retro arcade beat 'em ups kind of coming back in a big way. Where's my X-Men arcade game, Konami? Where's that remake?
We're still working on it, okay?
Or that
We're
remaster or something. Well, Konami doesn't give a shit. I mean, they give more of a shit now than they did before. But I mean,
well,
still.
They started to not make as much money as they needed with Pachinko. So.
Exactly. So maybe now they give slightly more of a shit. But Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. This is exciting.
My inner child exploded.
This is so exciting to me. I never thought I'd be excited about a Power Rangers game, but this looks really awesome. Okay, so this does not have a demo out. I'm going to tell you guys about another beat 'em up that is also on its way, which is the G.I. Joe Wrath of Cobra one. I played the demo. It's not a good beat 'em up. Just because the game is in a genre that you love doesn't mean it's going to be good. I experienced that with some shooters yesterday. I wasn't happy, and I experienced it with G.I. Joe Wrath of Cobra. That is not a good beat 'em up. This Power Rangers game looks like an excellent beat 'em up. It looks almost the exact same as Shredder's Revenge. There's some real care and like passion being put into this project. The variety of gameplay is something I wasn't expecting either, because you have they're on their cycles and stuff, and they're it's almost like a Space Harrier 3D sort of looking stage and everything. You can get into the Megazord. You can have mecha fights with giant, with kaiju battles and shit. I mean, this looks exciting. I am so happy about this. I know that unfortunately she couldn't make it with us for this podcast, but I know that Red was excited about this, and I know that we're gonna be co-oping this game. It's got 5-player co-op, by the way, which is amazing.
That's really good though. So you get to pick the ranger you want at least.
Yeah, you get to pick the ranger you want. I call pink. But I mean, seriously though, this is Yeah, she was the hottest one. Come on now.
She's also a sweetheart in person, by the way.
I love her. I love her so much.
Absolute sweetheart.
Yeah, she was there. I didn't get to meet her. I think she was at one of the conventions back in Hawaii too.
She's shockingly shorter than I thought she would be.
Is she tiny?
She's
tiny.
To give her credit, I'm 6'2", and when I went to go up and hug her, her head was underneath my arms.
Oh, so she has to be at least 5'7", I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she's not that short, actually.
Yeah.
But she's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much more to say about this other than it made my inner child very happy. And the more beat 'em ups, the more arcade style beat 'em ups that we can get until we get to X-Men and Simpsons, I will be very happy about that. Remember the Simpsons arcade game? I mean, those both got re-released on Xbox Live Arcade. Why can't we just port them over? Come on, licensing people, get your heads out your asses. Okay, but I mean, like, we need to get that done. But I'm so happy that we have games like Power Rangers to tide us over until then, and to do more than that. They're going to be amazing experiences, and it's going to be a lot of fun to stream it with Red and do some co-op gameplay, and it'll be just chaotic and fun and amazing.
Just have one question, though.
Yes.
Is Power Rangers just Sailor Moon for boys?
Pretty much.
No.
Pretty much.
Because you don't have the equivalent of Tuxedo Mask for the
That's
team.
true. That
Power
is true.
Rangers.
That is true. Well, I mean, we do have Zordon.
Yeah.
You look at Zordon in a different way than I do.
I'm kidding. But no, I mean, like, okay, so I will say this though. I remember that movie that came out a couple years ago?
Yeah, I hate society for letting that fail.
Yeah, same. That was a really good movie. I actually liked it a lot. But anyway,
only chance. And now the reboot that they canned to not put the sequel out isn't happening anymore. So it's in a dead state.
Yep.
Why? Remember that like super dark Power Rangers thing that somebody, like a fan version of it that was made for YouTube?
I was okay with Power Rangers being adult, but when there's an exact point in the trailer where they go as a selling point, yo, Pumpkin Skull are crack addicts. Blah! I'm like, oh my god.
Why do we like that?
Wow.
You don't need that. It could be dark without like saying that as a bragging point.
But wasn't that with Kara Thrace from Battlestar Galactica? Why am I blanking on her name right now? Why am I blanking on her name? Why am I blanking on Starbucks' real name?
Pop you on the head here. My help.
Katie Sackhoff.
Katie Sackhoff. Yes. So
wasn't
Katie Sackhoff in that though? Wasn't she like in like?
Was she the Pink Ranger?
I think she was the Pink Ranger.
Wasn't she the Ranger that Rita was talking to?
Yeah, I think so.
At the very beginning, it could be.
Yeah.
Oh man, they had some really interesting, like super, like dark and bleak as fuck, like YouTube versions of like Power Rangers and Mortal Kombat and stuff. And I kind of like the Mortal Kombat one, honestly. I mean, it was it was kind of edgelord, but still, I liked it.
It was different.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, moving on. Now, from the Nintendo Direct, another big announcement, kind of a big announcement, I would say. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I'm super intrigued by this. I don't have a Switch. I'm still super intrigued by it. I think it's interesting that we're getting another Zelda game so soon, even though it's a very different Zelda, in terms of the visual aesthetic. It's more like, Link's Awakening sort of look to it. You also get to play as Zelda in this, which is awesome.
Cool.
Oh, really nice.
And what the gameplay gimmick is that now she gets these, if you defeat an enemy or if you see like an object in the level or something that you want to copy, you can do that by creating an echo of it. So there seems to be like kind of a little bit of maybe like a base building maybe, or tower defense maybe, possible sort of element to the gameplay, where you can even create like an echo of an enemy that you defeated, and the echo will come and fight for you. And that's an interesting sort of take on the subject. So Nintendo's working their magic.
See, from the way it looked, like I'm looking at some of the images for it. Kind of reminds me of Dragon Quest a little bit.
It is very, very Dragon Quest. There's a lot of Dragon Quest in that.
It really is.
In that Nintendo Direct, actually, which we will get to. Anybody else have anything to say about Zelda Echoes of Wisdom?
No.
I'm excited for it.
Thought it was really cool that she's getting her own game.
Me too. Yeah.
It took a long enough.
Yeah.
It's going to be funny when people are like, "Wait, where's Zelda? Why am I playing as the princess and not Zelda?" Anyway.
Yeah, that was my thing I was waiting on. I'm like, "Wait, why is there a female here? I thought Zelda was..."
All right, so another Nintendo, of course, legacy franchise being brought in, Mario and Luigi Brothership.
I'm looking forward to that because I've been playing Mario since I was itty bitty on all systems. So I mean, I'm here for it.
I think it looks really, really cool. It's got that kind of action RPG sort of combat to it. It's got really interesting stages. Everything looks really good. The fact that Switch is known as like the weakest of this generation of consoles in terms of sheer horsepower and hardware power, but like if you look at the games, it makes no difference because of the way that Nintendo makes their games and the way that they design their characters and design their worlds and everything. Like it's timeless.
You know that the Switch is closing in on the PlayStation 2's numbers.
I'm not surprised.
For sales, that's insane. And also they mentioned that the Switch has made them more money than they've made in the past 35 years of peak.
I bet.
See, the thing about the Switch is that it's very handy. You can take it wherever you are. You don't have to worry about it. But see, also the thing is about the bigger one, the old school one is battery life to be desired. But when you get like the light and stuff like that, the light one has better battery life at this point.
I think
the only thing is certain games can't be played on either or. It just really depends, though.
I might have to grab like a Switch Lite at the very least, just to be able to play some of these games. But Nintendo's also bringing back like a lot of N64 games for the system as well. They had like a little sizzle reel on that, and like I'm actually very impressed by how Nintendo, by the upcoming releases that they have and how they've managed things. They're doing a great job.
Well, they do have, I think,
deserve the success.
I think they have their sale going on too as of right now for us at home. So
don't tempt me, Frodo. Okay.
What you mean? Look, if you can get Breath of the Wild for like half off right now,
that's
I would fucking take it
amazing.
because that's a $60. That's a full price game.
That is such a great
after so long. It is so fun.
Okay. So now leading up to something that we had mentioned before, briefly. Leading up to it. SNK bringing us another installment, and this was something where when it was announced, all of us that love fighting games, we lost our collective shit again, because never would I have expected after King of Fighters 15 to get Fatal Fury City of the Wolves.
Oh, Jesus.
Not only has the canon or storyline of the series actually evolved over time. Like time has passed since the last Fatal Fury in real life and in the game. We see a very different Terry Bogard in this game than we are in Street Fighter 6, and than we are in the Capcom versus SNK series. Even in King of Fighters, like this is a very different. Even from Garo Mark of the Wolves, this is a very different Terry. But we're getting like Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, unique art style. The Rev It Up system, Rev system, whatever they call it. It looks really visually striking. It looks amazing. They introduced a brand new character named Vox Reaper, which is an awesome name, into at SGF this year. It was a huge I just think that this is a really cool reinvention of another seminal fighting game series. The action, the animations, the visual aesthetic of the game just looks amazing. I love this sort of comic book style to it. We got Rock Howard again in this game. It's going to be amazing. B. Jeanette is the latest character to be added as well. The latest kind of old school fighting character to be added to it. And of course, everybody's making a lot of Twitter posts about her particular "get away from me" move that she does, where she just basically hits Terry in the face with her ass, which is, there's worse ways to go, than that happening. So, it's got all the awesome characters. It's got great character designs. Being Jeanette's sexy. Really Maya's good. Great. I mean, this is great. I love the fact that we are in a fighting game renaissance right now. I feel that. It's the modern renaissance of fighting games, and I love that.
Well, see, as of right now, they've been giving us a lot more shooters and stuff like that. They're like, here, we'll give you some fighting games. We'll give you something back. Here, give you this. We'll give you Fatal Fury. Yeah. I'm here for it.
I mean, if anything, they're experiencing a lot of success right now. We got MK1 out there. We got Tekken 8. I mean, I know that people are complaining about a lot of the battle pass and the cosmetics and everything like that. But, I mean, sadly, that's where we're at as an industry, and that's where we're at if we want to support fighting games and get more fighting games. You just gotta pay up. You gotta pay the piper.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And it sucks. I was looking at KOF 15 last night, and I was looking at I was like, I think I'm caught up with KOF 15. No, because I'm caught up with Guilty Gear Strive, and in terms of characters and stuff. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh, cool. There's 5 other fighting characters in the roster that I have not picked up yet as DLC. So, that's going to be another $30. But hey, I'm good with that, because if we get more KOF, if we get more Fatal Fury, if we get Capcom versus SNK 3 in the future, hopefully, I'm willing to pay for that, at least, at least get the characters. Maybe not all the costumes, maybe not all the other extra stages, but the characters are cool. Speaking of Capcom versus SNK 3, so Street Fighter 6 was showcased at Summer Game Fest, and they announced this trailer, first of all, they didn't tell us. Well, they kind of mentioned that it was for SF6, but when they showed this off, there's Terry from King of Fighters. It's his King of Fighters version with the the cap and the jacket and everything. There's Mai, looking great. It's an anime, full animation intro. You see the 2 new guys from, you see Luke, and you see the I'm blanking on his name right now, from Street Fighter 6. But I seriously thought for a second, for a very happy second, not just me, but a whole bunch of people in the fighting game community, in the FGC, we all thought, when we were watching this trailer, that this was an intro for Capcom versus SNK 3. You can see the hope on everybody's faces. You can see the shock and everything. And on my face as well. I was on Brock's stream, when we saw this live, I was losing my mind, because I was like, oh my God, they're actually doing this. But you know what? Even though it didn't end up being CVS 3, we're one step closer, and this is a huge step, because it means the companies are talking again. Ever since they released the posters at EVO a couple years ago, at the EVO Fighting Game Championship Series, they had posters featuring Capcom characters with SNK characters saying "Welcome to EVO." That was the first sign that okay, this is official artwork. These 2 companies, they're working together, and that was the little itty bitty bean of hope that they gave us, that we could possibly see them licensing each other's characters and working through it, and getting us a brand new freaking Capcom versus SNK title, and I cannot wait for that. But be that as it may, we still get some awesome characters in this Street Fighter 6 Year 2 DLC character pass that's coming out. We get the return of M. Bison, not dead. After all this time, he's not dead.
He's got a wicked horse.
He's got a horse as a little homage to Raul Julia and Street Fighter the movie. I mean, I love that so much. I just want him to I want him to do the Tuesday line in a way. I so want that to happen in this. But anyway, he looks like time has basically ravaged him. We don't know if this is maybe his clone or something, or is an amnesiac Bison or whatever. But he's got all the, he's still doing the Psycho Crusher. I love this. He's the first one available from the Year 2 pass. I'm not really sure when he's coming out. I can look that up. But anyway, So we got Bison, we have Terry Bogard, we have Mai Shiranui, from the two SNK characters, of course, for anybody who doesn't know. And we have Elena from Street Fighter 3 is going to make an appearance in this game. I'm pretty happy about that. She's the capoeira fighter. She's amazing. And I can't wait to play as her also. This is just so good. Like, Capcom is just hitting on all cylinders right now, man. I think you're right, Brock. I think that this is like one of the best times that they've ever had. This whole last couple generations has been really incredible.
They've had banger, to quote Seamus, banger after banger after banger of just freaking games going off. It's unreal. Like, I'm a Resident Evil fan, and I have been stuffed to the racks, like, in the ER from how much I've been being fed. That's like 4 years. And yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay, so
they're doing so good.
It was Luke and Jamie. Jamie is the name of the other character. Luke and Jamie were the ones featured in that animated intro. So yeah, man, I don't see like a strict release date as of yet. But I'm looking at the official website here, so I'm not really sure when it's going to be coming up, but I know that we are going to get the character pass. The year 2 character pass is coming soon. Also, I love the fact that in M. Bison's bio it says, likes power, hates incompetence. Relatable. Relatable. Okay, so anyway, next up, switching gears entirely now. There's an update to a game that a lot of us, especially in my community and Red's community, we like very much. Pal World is getting an update, getting a brand new island. It looks like it's getting like new settings that you can visit, that you can bring your pals with you. You can fight each other. There's like an oil rig now, which is interesting. I love the fact that the game is getting more and more industrialized too. That's kind of an interesting sort of look at it. I'm just excited for this. Yeah, I mean, Pal World is one of those games where I played it pretty heavily and then I kind of fell off because different games came out and just life happened.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to get back into it, and it's gonna be coming out pretty soon, in a few days from the time that we're recording this. So yeah, Pal World update looks good.
Do it. Get it.
Up next, an indie game from one of the animators of The Matrix Reloaded worked on the movie. Killer Bean. Brock, what were you thinking when we first saw this on your screen?
I thought that I had been slipped something in my water when I was watching this game. The guy 360 tomahawk dunked a grenade into a group of enemies. I don't know what this game is, who thought of it, but I want to hug them. It looks like the most ludicrous shit I've ever seen, and it looks like it was made for $2, and I love that about it.
I love that too. I love like the fact that he comes in there and he's like, now talk about a dramatic entrance. Like the freaking voice and everything, and the it's like having like a really twisted version of Mr. Potato Head as your lead video game character. It's so freaking funny.
So he's a coffee bean?
He's like a...
It is if John Wick was turned into a bean.
If John Wick was
I'm
a
not
bean,
exaggerating.
It's the funniest freaking thing I've ever seen.
There's literally a scene where a group of people are sitting in a thing, and they throw a grenade at him. He jumps in the air, grabs the grenade, dribbles it between his legs, and then tomahawk dunks it onto the group of enemies.
I mean, the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm looking at this game. I'm looking at this little freaking bean guy drive up in like a Lamborghini or whatever, and he's just like jumping out of it and doing bullet time. And I'm like, why does this look good though?
It's ridiculous.
It looks great.
Apparently it's got like first-person shooter elements too. It's got third-person stuff. It's got freaking wrestling moves. He choke slams an enemy and then like German suplexes one of them.
He does a break dance, it looks like, too.
He does a break dance shooting at guys.
Everything.
It's the funniest game I've ever seen in my life. It looks really great. This is like something you would have seen on like the Dreamcast or something, you know, like this is really interesting and amazing looking. And just the storyline just sounds like it's almost like it's spoofing like John Wick, Metal Gear, you know. The gravelly voice Bean protagonist is so funny.
Killer Bean.
I can't wait for that. Killer Bean looks incredible. There was another indie game that was made by the creator of Choo Choo Charles. That's called Cuff Bust. It's called Cuff Bust. It's a prison escape where you play as these little like multicolored like gummy mice is how I would describe them. They look like gummy bears but like mice. And they have to escape out of a prison and everything, so that's like the first part of the gameplay. And then you can still like shoot each other, like you can actually control like different teams and do like PvPvE or something is what it looks like. And you know, at one point in the trailer, there's a team that escapes from the prison, and the other guys that are left there, they use like an anti-air freaking battery and shoot down the chopper. It looks amazing. It's probably coming in 2025 if then. But yeah, it looked hilarious and fun and like one of those indie games where you just
it looks fun.
It just looks crazy, like wacky chaos. Another good game for streaming probably. Okay, moving on back to Nintendo. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is what it's called.
I'm not believing that game actually exists until it's on a console and I'm playing it.
You think it's going to be a Switch 2 thing?
I think it might be a Switch 2 launch title, quite honestly.
Because it looked like, you know, just from the quality of like the visual standpoint and also like the animations and stuff that was happening on screen, it looked like this is like a high-powered Switch, you know, game. Like, I mean, this is like, this looks better. It looks more complex and better than most of the games that you would see on Switch. So yeah, I mean, I'm so curious about it. So you think it's vaporware as of now? You think it's like it's not?
It's all the crap this place has switched like 3 developers and all this shit. And I'm a giant Samus Aran fan. Yes. And as soon as this got announced, I'm like, cool, I can't wait for that. 7 years later, I always hear someone going, "Oh, it's real this time." I joke about it, but I literally won't believe this thing's real until I'm playing it.
Yep.
But it is real though.
I'm happy for this though. I like
at this point,
I love the
it's
fact
as
that
real as Beyond Good and Evil 2 because they both have trailers.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I believe Metroid Prime 4 is going to come out, but at this point, they're the same level of real.
All right. So now moving on back to Xbox. Another one of their first party titles that has people talking somewhat maybe negatively is Fable.
Listen, Linda. I'm ready for this.
Okay.
I've played all the Fable games. I need this in my life. Yeah. And the thing is like a lot of people are talking about the female character also because of the way she looks. And I'm like, it shouldn't matter the way she looks. She's here to kick ass, take names, save Abaddon. Look, that's what we're here for.
Speaking of Fable has to be one of the most abusive relationships ever if you're an Xbox gamer.
Seriously.
Wanting that game to come out.
Seriously, though. I mean, I feel like it's kind of on a, you know, like the next game to be on a par with is probably going to be Halo, the way things are going.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I mean, I think this, you know, honestly though, yeah, the only appearance that Halo made was the fact that it has like Dolby Atmos now in Halo Infinite. That was like the one time they featured anything during Summer Game Fest with Halo. But like getting back to Fable though, I like the humor, and I like the world design looks really good. I mean, this looks like something that I'm gonna enjoy playing. Have you played the original Fable games before? No, or it's just been a long time. Not really. So I can tell you can always play they are available on Game Pass. They're on Game Pass. You should play the first one, or actually, if you don't want to play the first one, you can skip and play the second one. The third one is to be desired by some players. Some loved it, some hated it. It also just depends on the mechanics of how you feel about it. But yeah, playing it, especially they
dating and stuff like that within the game is a hot mess.
I bet. But it's,
it's looking great.
Look, first of all, it's a more realistic depiction of a female lead character, which is fine. And also the fact that it's kind of in line with how Fable designs their characters in a way. Like the whole entire series has never been about like, let's go with Chesty McCheerleader here. You know what I mean? Like it's not like we're not doing that. This ain't Lollipop Chainsaw, you know what I mean? Like they never designed it that way, is what I'm saying. So like it looks interesting to me. I like the humor, like I said. I like the fact that it seems to be almost like kind of a generational sort of tale to it. So like it's an interesting story.
It is.
I don't know if it's going to be Game of the Year material, I'm not really sure about that, but it looks fun and it looks interesting. And Alana Pierce did that funny little video of her actually trying out for like playground games and being like, "Hey, put me in there as a side quest character or something, as a supporting character," which was really funny. She did the whole like over exaggerated Cockney accent, in it. So that was a lot of fun. Too bad Aaron Sparrow isn't here because he would have a lot of fun with that. All right, moving on. We got us Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Now, the reason why I mentioned Call of Duty is because they're bringing back round-based zombies in Black Ops 6.
Are we talking about like old school, like back in the day when you would just run them, kind of?
I don't know about that, but I think that what they mean is that, unlike how zombies is right now in Modern Warfare 3 and stuff like that, unlike the way that they're doing it now, where it's kind of DMZ, whatever. This is going to be like a more traditional zombie mode. You're probably going to still have, being that this is Treyarch, I'm sure that they're probably going to still have something that's more open environment. But like, I'm really excited about that. They didn't really reveal anything beyond that fact for zombies and for multiplayer as well. They're waiting for the Call of Duty stream to do that. But like, in terms of the campaign and everything, it's set in the 90s. It looks like during the Gulf War. You got a lot of stuff with like, Clinton and George Bush the first as president, and I'm sure that we're going to see some interesting story threads there. It is getting a full single player campaign, which is nice. It looks like it's going to be a lot better than what we got in Modern Warfare 3, thank goodness. I mean, I flirt with COD multiplayer. I don't ever take it into bed, but I flirt with it. Which is just my way of saying that sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's infuriating. Most of the time, probably. But, it looks interesting. It looks like a continuation of the last Black Ops game, which was Cold War. So I'm intrigued, I kind of miss the old days of Black Ops 2 where it was like, all futuristic and stuff. I kind of miss that. And Black Ops 3, I still say, good single-player campaign in Black Ops 3. I don't care what anybody says. I know it was confusing. It doesn't matter. It was still it was like a good time. But yeah, Brock, you got anything to say about this one?
I would like to know why that game is 300 gigs.
I agree with you.
Microsoft Flight Simulator has a map of the Earth. Yeah. And it's less.
Yeah. Yeah. Why is this 300 gigs? That is a really good question. I don't know.
That is almost half of a base console's memory.
Yeah, like what in the world is happening there?
That's insane.
That's so strange to me.
It shouldn't. They just haven't learned to compress their fucking files yet.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Fine.
That is what it is. Because that's going to be 300 at launch. By the time that's done, that's going to be your console's memory.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I feel really bad for people that have like, the smaller SSDs in their consoles and stuff like that, where it's just gonna just take up like half your freaking hard drive.
And she nailed it. It's compression.
Yeah, it is. Anymore. Yeah, you're right. Unbelievable. Yeah. Well,
compress your fucking files.
Seriously though, it kind of they do stupid shit like this, and it kind of puts a damper on my enthusiasm for the series because, you know, Black Ops is one of those series. A lot of people like Modern Warfare. For me, it's Black Ops. I've always enjoyed those games in particular. So, I don't know. Kind of puts a damper on it, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. It's freaking Activision. They probably just want to take over their entire friggin' system with their stupid Call of Duty crap.
What it is just their premium subscription to WinZip ran out and nobody wanted to renew it.
That's exactly what it was. WinZip. Oh, shit. Good Lord. I thought for a second you were going to like bust out the iOmega zip drive reference from like 1995, but okay. All right.
I was tossing around a lot of references to throw out there.
This is true. This is true.
Just sitting back there cooking.
Okay, so next up on the list, switching gears again, we're going to talk about Phantom Blade Zero. How excited are you for this, Brock?
Give it to me. Souls-based level design with Devil May Cry combat.
Yes,
Give me it now.
God bless these developers because
and they said their references. One of their references was Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Fucking Revengeance. Yes, I love these guys. Okay, I love them already. S-Game, I love you. Come on the show so that we can talk about this. Anyway, yes. I mean, like, seriously though, it's like, this game looks amazing. I love the fact that on Twitter they were like, this is not a Souls-like, even though it's got like the whole kind of aesthetic to it, but this is going to be something that's fast action, a lot of combos. Like, I mean, we need more of these types of games. Not everything has to be a Souls-like, even though, you know, that's a valid thing if you want to play it that way. I'm not really a Souls-like person, so, you know, it's hard for me to get into those games, but, you know, there's been some that are really good. The one that we're talking about next is an interesting looking one.
Mm-hmm.
Liza P was good. Of course, Elden Ring. You know, I'm not going to say anything bad about Elden Ring because I don't want to be roasted and crucified. But, you know, I mean, like, yeah, the Phantom Blade Zero looks great. The animations are so freaking amazing in this game. Like, visually, it's smooth as butter, baby. It's smooth as butter. All right, so...
I just love how everyone was like, that game looks fake. They put out a demo, let people play it in person, and they went, red alert, this thing's real.
I mean,
they told the truth.
But there's so many of those, like, and it's all coming from like Korean and Chinese developers and stuff, like, where you're just looking at these games, and it's like, how in the world are they like cloth physics? What is happening?
I don't know. Some of those boss designs just
amazing, just amazing.
Yeah. But that's one thing that they're getting better at, which is making things. I like the level design and kind of somewhat core ideas of Souls-likes. I'm just very bad at the core ones because, you know, I'm human. But one that I'm playing now that is close to it, that has more Devil May Cry-ish type combat, but it's got the like limited number of heals, boss designs and stuff like that, is Stellar Blade. There's a really good way where you could take all the stuff from a Souls-like, other than the kind of you have to learn everything to an exact T for boss battles, and then throw in more Devil May Cry-ish, Ninja Gaiden-ish fight into it. And that's what this and Black Myth Wukong look like they're doing, and it makes me so happy.
And I do feel like, you know, I do feel like a lot of like the Ninja Gaiden games that came out in the 6th generation in like the Xbox era, that Itagaki was still at Team Ninjas and was producing and everything, and like I feel like those games were kind of the beginning of this whole like Souls-like sort of thing. That and Otogi were kind of like the two franchises, I guess you could say, that were like really instrumental in creating that sort of, you know, you better know your shit before you get into a combat encounter sort of gameplay.
Yeah.
Which, again, it makes sense because Ninja Gaiden back in the day on the NES was no cakewalk, let me tell you.
No.
Okay, but speaking of Souls-likes, here's another one. Black Myth Wukong. Shout out to Rin, who wanted to be here, who wanted to talk about this one. We're going to do our best to talk about this, and I'll give him a chance to do it on the next podcast. But yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel about this one, Brock? I know you're excited.
Supposedly, if I'm getting the numbers right, it was for Phantom Blade Zero or this, but supposedly 80 bosses and 300 enemy types.
Holy, what? How?
Yeah.
How?
Give me this game now. Yesterday, when this game first came out, I remember watching Max looking over this game because, again, even him was like, this looks like fake footage. And then they were seeing like frame tearing, and they're like, no, this is real. It looks this good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. He was like, no, there's frame tearing in this, and I'm like, it's real.
So it's just, the combat looks nuts. One of the most gorgeous looking games I've ever seen. I would be okay if Wukong never spoke the entire time and he's just beating the shit out of like celestial entities. And what I hope this leads to is that title Black Myth can then just become a series where they then go, we're going to do that Pantheon next. And this one, this could be a juggernaut of a series going forward if this really, really hits.
Legitimately could be. Yeah, legitimate. It looks incredible. If there's really that many enemy types and that many bosses, I'm like super impressed by that. And it's like isn't it like this is their first game or something for the development team?
It is.
That's insane to me. I mean, I'm guessing that this is all running on like Unreal Engine 5 because this stuff is just incredible that they're making work, and that engine is so good. I'm really excited about it. Okay. I'm going to switch gears completely now. Brock, you may not, I don't know if I don't know if you know about this one so much, but like,
oh boy,
there's a game that was announced or shown off at the Sony State of Play, which to me was a little bit of the State of Play, maybe not so good, but I mean, it was fine, but it was like, looking back on it, it was fine, but I just like, in the moment, I was like, that's it? That's all they're showing? But
that's one of the things, though.
But it is a state of play. It's a state of play, yeah.
Every time they do one of these, they don't go, "Hey, we're going to show you 19 exclusives. It's going to be great." And then the state of play comes out. It's very normal. Everyone goes, "Where are these 19 games that I don't know didn't exist and hope to see out of thin air?"
I mean, I've just gotten to a point too where I'm like, I'm not going to expect like any earth-shattering announcements because this ain't like 2002, anymore. So like. The things
and they're coming off of Jim Ryan wanting 1,600 live service games and then them canceling almost all of them. So they have no games at the current moment.
Yeah. So it's really hard for them to do. But anyway, I wanted to mention this game because it's completely out of left field for people that may know me and may know my taste and everything. But Infinity Nikki, you know what? I will play the crap out of this game. I will play the crap. I want to be a stylist, damn it. No, anyway, here's the thing. Mm-hmm. It had an interesting look to it. You can call it what you want. You can call it a more female focused, sort of game. It looks like it has kind of an interesting story. It's very, very cute looking. Allie, this game honestly looks like it's right there for you. Yeah. It looks like this was cute. Yeah, it's got like kind of a cozy game element to it, but there's also a storyline. There's also like RPG combat. You get like a little Neko-chan that follows you around, a little kitty cat follows you around, kitty cat familiar. I mean, like, it had an interesting visual style. It had decent voice acting. I thought that this actually looked very refreshing after seeing so many of the, like God of War Ragnarok and stuff. Much as I love God of War Ragnarok, I'm happy we're getting a PC port. I'm very happy about that. But just for something different, it's nice to see something different. So Infinity Nikki, it's on my list. I gotta admit, I will play it. I think it's interesting.
It does look really cute.
Yeah. Okay, now, my God, my notes in this is like a complete 180. Okay, here we go. So one of the first trailers that we saw at Summer Game Fest was this game called No More Room in Hell 2.
Oh,
that title low.
I didn't know there was a 1.
I didn't know that there was a 1 either. Permadeath zombie shooter. It looks like a more slower, like a more methodical version of Left 4 Dead. I was intrigued by like some of the characters in this because it looked like it was like World War I or something, like the way that they were designed and dressed and stuff. But apparently it's a modern time, it's set in modern times and everything.
Nice.
It looks spooky. It looks really intriguing to me. I'm excited to play this, hopefully with Red on her stream and with you, Brock, as well, if you want to join.
Absolutely.
Let's all just co-stream this game and just have fun with that, because
it's like
permadeath makes me nervous as fuck, though.
Oh, you get permadeath?
Makes me nervous. Yeah. But I will say that, you can always design a new character and just go back in there and get in there, because there's no more room in hell. You gotta just keep designing those characters. So
it does have like a Left 4 Dead look, though. I like that.
It does, yeah. It looks really, really cool, and it looks like they're amping up the horror elements to it. I think it's kind of fascinating, honestly. So interested in playing that.
Yes.
Up next, there's a console PC port of a game called Fantasian Neo Dimension. That is interesting to me because it is made by, I believe the company is called Mistwalker, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to look that up. But anyway, Fantasian Neo Dimension, it was a phone game, a mobile game, an action RPG, or JRPG, as they call them, Japanese RPGs, that was made by and produced by Hironobu Sakaguchi, who is, of course, the man behind Final Fantasy. So interesting to see him coming back and operating in this segment of the market now, and releasing this on console and on PC and stuff. I'm excited to actually get a chance to play this. Also with music by Nobuo Uematsu, who is the acclaimed and legendary composer for Final Fantasy. So you got two Final Fantasy veterans working together again. I'm just excited to even play it, and I think it looks kind of cool. It's got that very, JRPG combat, very turn-based, very traditional. Visually looks interesting, kind of cute,
visually appealing,
kind of frenetic. Yeah, very visually appealing. So I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be on Switch also. So
yeah,
yay.
It's gonna be on Switch too. Yeah, so I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to play it. Looks cool. Up next, a game that is getting kind of roasted by people on YouTube, Funko Fusion.
Oh god!
You know what though? It's from the developers of like the Lego games, so I mean there could be something fun here. If anything, it's interesting to see all the licenses mashed up and stuff. I mean, I'll give it a chance, man. Unless it gets unless everybody gives it like 4s and 3s and 2s and 1s when it comes out. I mean, I'm still gonna give it a chance anyway because it looks like it could be fun. Plus,
I like Lego games, so I would definitely play this.
Years ago, I was a fan of Funko Pops. I don't really buy a whole lot of them now, but I mean, I have like 100 of them somewhere. But I mean, like it's fine. It is what it is.
Fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like the fact that you're getting all these like licenses mixed up and mashed up with each other too. It's kind of interesting in that sense.
It is.
Next up, also from the Summer Game Fest main show, was Monster Hunter Wilds. Now
everyone's crushing on the blonde lady.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why, but I mean, seriously though, okay, I'm not a huge Monster Hunter guy. I did just buy Worlds yesterday. I bought Monster Hunter World, bought the Iceborne DLC because it was like $18. So I'm actually really interested in seeing where this goes. I think visually it looks stunning. The RE engine is amazing. Sometimes I struggle to see the appeal. I'm not really sure why everybody loves these games so much, but it is what it is. If it's successful for Capcom, that's a good thing, because in the end, if it wasn't for Monster Hunter, we might not have gotten Street Fighter 6. We might not get all the games that we get from Capcom right now. If Monster Hunter is the thing,
sold a lot.
Exactly. If Monster Hunter is the thing that's funding the other games that I personally want to see, then I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for the success of the series. So, if anything,
I can see.
We have that. But also, I mean, Wilds just looks kind of wild. It looks good.
I can see why they like the blonde chick. She kind of reminds me of, oh my god, what's her name off that one Final Fantasy game?
Yeah, Final Fantasy 15. Sydney.
Yes, there you go. Thank you.
Cindy.
Looks like her.
Yeah, Cindy.
Looks like a sticker, Sydney.
Yeah. Yep.
But also, if you don't like Monster Hunter, I mean, it's understandable. It's a high learning curve because it's a little.
It is a high learning curve.
It's
I got Monster Hunter Rise, which had that like grapple mechanic to it, which I did not fully grasp when I played it. So I think I got.
You didn't fully grapple it, is what you're saying?
I did not fully grasp the grapple. The rod began to sag. Anyway, old X-Men reference. God, it didn't really grab my attention that much, to be honest. But I'm willing to give World a try. And and Wilds looks good, so I'm willing to give that a try too. I might wait for it to go on sale, but I'll give it a shot. Yeah. But anyway, Monster Hunter, has so many fans around the world that it doesn't really need my $60 anyway. But I'll give it to them in some way. Capcom is gonna extract the money from my wallet no matter what. So bless their hearts. Okay. So. Up next, I know I'm going to hear interesting views on this one. Silent Hill 2 Remake.
It looks better.
It does look better. The showcase after, like, when they revealed it, or when they did the trailer on State of Play, when they did the Konami showcase with the gameplay, the uninterrupted gameplay, it actually looked really good and kind of like a lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Bloober team. The development team with my favorite name, Bloober.
Bloober.
I was very scared when Bloober team got a hold of it because, oh boy, what is that game called again?
What was it?
The game they made where it was the victim's fault that the monster was powerful.
Oh shit. Was that like that wasn't
it was the monster was voiced by Troy Baker and you played in between two different worlds at the same time.
Yeah. That was not Layers of Fear.
It was the something.
Fracking hell. What was the name of that game, man?
It was the something. Anyway, in that game, it was essentially the medium. It was essentially the victim's fault that, hey, you're not strong enough to stand up to the monster, so kill yourself so we can't use you as power.
Oh, good lord.
Was the essential message eventually throughout that game, and it just got worlds worse. And then they're like, announcement, the team that didn't get Silent Hill is working on Silent Hill. I mean, it's good, and I've heard a report, a rumor, that supposedly Konami wanted egregious changes to it, and Bloober Team said no. So, hopefully that's a good sign. Again, that is a rumor from an quote-unquote insider, which, my uncle works at Nintendo. But, yeah.
Cleans the office.
I just hope it's good. Because
it better be good.
Silent Hill is such a good idea. The weird part about Silent Hill is every single one of them, except for 2, is about the cult that runs the town.
Yep. True.
I'm going to quote Patrick Boyven here, where he says Silent Hill 2 is the worst thing to ever happen to Silent Hill. Because they can never replicate that game.
Nope, can't.
I see.
But see, I'm happy that the graphics look a lot better though. They're a little cleaner. You can see better. I'm like, what's that in the corner? I can't see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I want my pyramid head to take me and ravage me. I mean, be in HD.
Wait. I don't think that's what Silent Hill did you download?
You don't want Triangle Girl? Like what?
I mean, I'll take.
That is a Two Best Friends reference that no one's gonna get. They went on a whole 10-minute bit about Pyramid Head's slutty college sister named Triangle Girl who gives the worst head possible.
Oh my god! I'm gonna go look that up later.
I mean, wow. Okay, yeah, we're gonna
look up Triangle Girl Plague of Gripes. It's fucking hilarious. It's like you're trying to shove a protractor up your dick. It doesn't feel good.
That deserves its own game, to be honest. Triangle Girl Plague of Gripes. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Plague of Gripes is an animator who's very talented. He animated what they were saying in a Let's Play, so...
It honestly should be the name of a game, though. It really should.
Plague of Gripes.
All right. Switching gears entirely back to Nintendo. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. I'm excited because I love the DKC games. I know that this is a remake of, again, another remake of the Wii title. So, you know, it's going to really focus on a lot of that stuff. There's a little indie game that's coming out as well that's called Nico DeRico that features like a mongoose as like the main character, and it looks very similar to like a Crash Bandicoot meets Donkey Kong Country
thing I've ever heard.
Right? I know. I love it though. It's very much like a 2D / Crash Bandicoot chase sequence kind of 2.5D kind of thing where you basically you have two characters. It looks like it's going to be co-op, and it looks like, you know, it's got a lot of the same Donkey Kong Country kind of mechanics to it. Mm-hmm. You even collect like letters of the main character's name, like Nico or something, in order to get like, you know, to get like another like a life or something like that. It's pretty cool. I think that looks nice. But yeah. I also think Donkey Kong Country Returns HD looks nice. So, you know, Switch owners are eating well for the next few months.
Yeah, we are.
Can I ask, am I the only one that wants an honest to God another N64 Donkey Kong 64 style game from Donkey Kong?
No, you are not. No, you are not.
I loved that game so damn much.
I would be extremely happy with that, yeah. For real.
In fact, when they put them in the Mario movie, I'm like, y'all bastards will reference that game in the movie.
Yes.
But you won't give me a sequel.
Just write them a strongly worded letter. Like, hey, give me this. Thank you.
Give me Lanky Kong.
Right now.
Come on.
Well, I mean, Retro's busy with Metroid Prime 4, you know, so they're busy right now.
I don't care. I'm not playing these games.
Maybe for Switch 2. Maybe for Switch 2. If enough of us...
don't give me hope.
I know.
Don't give me hope.
I understand. There's another Mario
Donkey
Party
Kong
game.
Switch 2.
Ooh. Switch 2.
Donkey Kong becomes a Switch. Anyway, we got Mario Party Jamboree, which is coming out as well. A new Mario Party game, so you can, you know, win friends and upset your current enemies, or is that vice versa? Win enemies and upset your current friends. But yeah, so anyway, it's more Mario Party. If you're into that, good for you. We
like Mario Party, do you?
I don't like mini games, period.
I think Mario Party has ruined more friendships than Monopoly.
Exactly. That's the reason why I don't want to.
I don't know, man. I've never flipped the table because of Mario Party.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair. You got a point.
It's not great, I'll tell you that.
Then you've played with a lot calmer friends than I have.
Like, fuck this table, flip.
Fuck this table. All right. Next up, Lego Horizon Adventures. Did you think that this was gonna happen? I don't know if I did.
When I heard the rumor of it, I was like, you know, I could see that as if PlayStation was going to do any of their things that wasn't already more child-oriented as a Lego game, Horizon would fit it. And then there was all those rumors going around about it, and then I'm like, I don't know if I want this. And then I got it, and I want it very, very, very
See, as a person, I love Lego games. Lego games be way out of pocket from like the actual games, so a lot of extra shit that'll be there. You're like, wait, I don't know what's happening.
It was so weird hearing like Happy Aloy, like, you know, she's not a care in the world Aloy. Ashley Birch just killing it.
I was like, there's characters that aren't dead anymore now because they're retelling the first story. Yay!
Oh man, do I wish Lance Reddick were here though. Because I would love to hear him voice, like, you know, voice the character and just be happy-go-lucky Lance Reddick.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm. You think?
I don't know how long this has been in development for.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
I'm not saying I have hopes, but
Maybe
some hopes.
Maybe. I'm just happy that I get to have watchers DJing a rave in Mother's Heart now. It's like what? And then Hot Dog Man for some reason. Like I
am so happy to have Hot Dog Man. I hope he's in the game. I want Hot Dog Man to be the sidekick character in the game.
Oh, it's fantastic.
We need Hot Dog Guy.
If you couldn't make me love Horizon more, this was it. Just like I keep going. I want Ashley Birch to go to a con so much. That is my favorite video game character of all time now. And now I'm like, why doesn't she ever do anything else? I'm like, oh, because she's working all the time.
Working all the time. She's so busy.
Gotta work.
All right, again, we'll switch gears again. Here we go. Slitterhead.
Mm-hmm.
Not the game I thought that was going to be.
That's a hell of a name, I'll tell you that.
All the game that I thought it was going to be. It actually looks like action horror, which I was not expecting. Action horror with a possession mechanic where you can possess a little pupper. I love this.
Okay, so hear me out. If you ever seen that anime called Parasite, that's what it looks like.
The Maxim, yes.
Yeah. It totally does. I agree.
Okay. We had weird images. I'm like, what that mouth do though?
That was what a girl asked me last time. Anyway,
yeah.
Okay, so
gonna give him the old Slitterhead. We gotta go hot and spit on this thing.
Oh my god. Okay.
That has been my entire life. Of any time I turn on a screen, that freaking woman is there somehow.
Freaking hell! Oh my god, that's so funny. Allie just shared that with me the other day. It was so great. Anyway, yeah. So Slitterhead, it looks it looks crazy. It looks wacky. It looks fun.
Dude.
It reminds me of like old PS2 action survival horror games, which I'm kind of into. I kind of love that about it.
By the original Silent Hill creator.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that amazing? Like, I wasn't expecting this at all, but like, it looks really cool. And I like the fact that you could just kind of possess, like, random schmuck guy and like random salaryman, and just have him like go and attack everybody and like, and if they cut your hand off or whatever, the enemy cuts your hand off, you could just like be like, okay, I'll just make it a weapon then and just pull it back to yourself. And it's like, it looks really interesting and good. It looks kind of maybe a little bit janky too, but I'm honestly excited about it because it reminds me of those old school games. So I think Slitterhead's going to be an interesting experience to be sure.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, also announced at the Xbox presser, we had Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater.
Oh my god.
A remake of the original MGS3. What does everybody think? I was just happy to hear David Hayter as Snake again, frankly.
I'm happy that they're just bringing it back.
Yeah.
Giving us something different, making the graphics look great, making everything a little different. And just seeing like some of the trailers and either just like a little bit of gameplay stuff that they have in there, I'm like, so I get to be super snooky.
I'm a snack.
Snack.
I'm a snacky snack.
Are they going to re-record the intro song?
Here's the thing.
There you go. I'll be right back.
They might have to.
Okay. Yeah, they might.
Because we know how screwed some games have been with rights.
Exactly. Well, I mean, hey, just have like you got multiple versions of the song out there on top of it. You got like Video Games Live did like an awesome version of it. I saw it in person. It was like amazing. Snake Eater. Yeah. I need that. I need that.
I just need them to release their next Metal Gear collection so that Rising can be on a current gen console.
Yes, fucking yes. Yes, you are so right.
I need that game on a current console more than I need Air some days. That game is so ridiculous.
That game is amazing. The fact that you can just practice on cutting anything, including like fruits and stuff. I'm like, this is Fruit Ninja. Okay.
But you will.
Okay, let's talk about one of Sony's biggest announcements and longest announcements that they had at their State of Play, which was Concord. I am curious to hear your thoughts on this, Brock, because I don't think we talked about it yet. It's basically a 5v5 hero shooter, very Overwatch influenced. Also from some ex-Bungie developers as well who worked on PvP for Destiny. Yes. So you have like, you got that grenade, the trip mine grenade in there, and you have like it almost looks like the Titan bubble or something. It looks like the Titan supers in there and stuff like that. Gameplay wise,
I don't know how many of these games can exist at the same time.
Exactly. I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of that. And I was going to bring this up also later on with Marvel Rivals, but we might as well talk about it here. I'm sick and tired of so many Overwatch clones. Like, why do we need all these Overwatch clones?
Marvel Rivals, I will say, Overwatch is a broken down husk of what it used to be, and Marvel Rivals is a good version of what that could be. And the best version of it, of all these, like Valorant and all that, is probably going to be Marvel Rivals.
That's fair.
Concord, one thing that they said is that each week you're actually going to have like cinematic stuff when you boot up the game to like show you lives of the characters and interesting stuff lore-wise.
Yeah.
That's something interesting.
Yeah.
But again, like we just said, you can only have so many of the same live service game because you're not making more humans to just into playing these.
Yeah,
people only have so much time, and if you need to make something that's going to go, I don't want to play the other one more than that. And this game can play fine and play great, but if it plays fine and plays great and it's not that much different, you're not gonna like. I'm telling you right now, the one that's gonna probably be the big out of any of these that are going right now, Marvel Rivals is gonna steal a lot lot of players.
Yeah. Just because it's Marvel. And I mean that,
and the fact that it plays well,
and they're aiming for the same kind of demographic. I feel with this Concord game as well, because it's like if you look at the trailer itself, they're trying to capture that banter between the characters that like Guardians of the Galaxy had, and I don't think that they're doing it as well, and I don't think these characters are as interesting to look at or as iconic or anything like that. So and also some of the dialogue just. I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like that's what they're looking to appeal to in terms of the story. They're kind of looking for the Marvel fans, the MCU fans, and then in terms of the gameplay, they're looking at those of us who maybe were into like the Crucible and Destiny and stuff like that. Just PvP stuff. Which, admittedly, sometimes I enjoyed myself playing Destiny PvP. Sometimes it's a lot of fun. But also sometimes it's just a pain in the ass. So it really depends. I don't know, Concord. I'm meh on it, honestly.
Maybe like that.
Yeah.
I hope some people like it.
Me too.
That's basically what I got. I'm really over hero shooters. Like I will give Marvel Rivals a chance, but it's just one of those things that I'm never going to be good enough at it or care enough to be good at it to commit myself to it. I'm a very single player minded adventure game type of person, other than unless I have friends that really like a game and play it together, you're not going to get me.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
Pixie, you're going to have a lot to say about this one.
Well, what I do?
Until Dawn remake.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Been forever taking. Fucking love that game. I've played it so many times. Can say I've had all the girls live before killed all the boys, and either vice versa, or just killed everybody. Because I'm like, I want all the achievements.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
There you go. Yeah.
Like
Did
I'm
you
sorry.
Like the quarry?
Yes, I have that too.
The stuff they did with the quarry, with like the UI, making them like cassette tapes and stuff, and giving you lives and other stuff. Oh, it was so good.
It was beautiful. I'm so excited. It's really good.
I still haven't played the quarry. I need to play it.
Dude,
really?
I like it better. This may seem sacrilegious, but I liked it better than Until Dawn.
I have a love for both. Like, I love Until Dawn because you have like a group of friends. Same thing with like the quarry, group of friends, y'all doing some shit that y'all know you ain't supposed to be doing. But you do it.
Yeah. The quarry gets more bad shit at the very end of it than Until Dawn does.
Yeah, Until Dawn was pretty tame, but that shit in the quarry was a little Didn't need to go that way.
But, Pixie, I'm sure you'll agree that, and Keon, I'm sure you'll agree from just like or just that was the best some of the best marketing for a game either. They never showed a fucking image of a Wendigo in its marketing ever.
No, they really didn't. Yeah.
So when that came up in that game, everyone, what the?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Wait, what is that? Like, oh my god, what's that?
But okay, so does it feel like though that we've seen Until Dawn remade like about 10 times now? I feel like I have this sense of deja vu watching this.
See, the thing is that you're feeling like kind of like for the Dark Picture games because almost the same type of.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. Because see, if you play those too, but see, it's good if you play them with a second person.
Games, yeah.
Yes, those are meant for more multiplayer, but.
Right.
Until Dawn is also, they're putting this out because they're currently working. It's also one thing that I'm noticing Sony is doing, that when they're having a big media project that is not a game coming out, they're working on something to match it, and they're making an Until Dawn movie. Which people are somehow upset that the same actors that were in the game 12 years ago aren't reprising their roles when they barely looked like teenagers back then.
I mean, yeah. I'm like, I don't look like this no more. Like, yeah, give me a minute. But I'm excited.
I hope they add some extra cool little, like, I don't even know what it would be because you can't change the story that much, but like maybe one or two extra like dialogue, whatever, maybe stuff they left out of the original that they can kind of throw in. I don't know.
That would be nice.
I'm excited to play a nicer looking version.
Same.
Yeah, same.
Like, what's that over there in the bushes? Oh no! Look, it was hard seeing things in the bushes sometimes.
It's me. It's DDP.
It's me.
I'm also gonna wonder to see if they change some stuff because, again, a Two Best Friends reference. There's a poster or like a carving on like a post board in there where they're talking about different bears and other things. And if you look at the translation for the bear, it's wrong, and the translation means bear horrible.
Oh my.
There's just some error with how they wrote it out. It's like, that's
I mean, this is Supermassive, right? That's making this. That's doing the remake. Yeah. So they're working also on Little Nightmares 3. Okay. But they're
I don't know if they're doing the remake, but yeah.
They took over for the Little Nightmares team, right? The original team that did those games. So they're working on that, and then they're working on
they're doing another Dark
the Dead by
Pictures
Daylight
game.
thing. And another Dark Pictures game. They're really busy. So
yeah, they got to because it's like speed up a 5, right?
I think so.
Pictures.
Yeah,
I think so.
And
they're working on the Frank Stone game, which is the Dead by Daylight narrative game.
Yeah, nice.
Which looks pretty interesting to me. Okay, moving on. Sorry, this is going to go a little bit longer than I expected, but anyway. Star Wars Outlaws.
Again, Renegade Pop Culture Podcast going longer than normal.
Yeah, that never happened, ever. It never happens ever in its life. Star Wars Outlaws is another game coming out. I know a lot of people are upset about the pre-order bonuses stuffs. I know people are like, oh, this is just another Ubisoft game. First of all, it's made by Massive. They did The Division, so if anything, these guys know how to do action gunplay shootouts. You know, it's the closest thing that we're ever going to get to that Star Wars 1313 game. So I think personally, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I really want to see. I know you've mentioned that before too, Brock.
Yeah.
So I really want to see where this game goes, and I'm interested in playing it. And it's, you know, it looks cool. I want to live the life of a scoundrel in the Star Wars universe. I'm happy to do that. Star Wars does not need a funeral, guys. It's not dead. And first of all, it's not really a person. Anyway. But yeah, so Brock, what do you think of Star Wars Outlaws? Any thoughts on this?
It's one of those things where, like, the was the freaking funeral thing. My favorite genre is third person action game. So like when I saw this, I'm like, awesome, this might be the closest thing I get to that 1313 game we're never getting.
Yeah,
so
we're never getting that ever.
I hope that like this is successful and we get more stuff, and I don't want it to be what the thing is going where they paid too much for a Star Wars license. This sells 6 million copies, but it didn't meet expectations. But I just hope this does good. I will agree that the bullshit locking a single
that is bullshit,
mission
though. I have to say that
behind a pre-order bonus is dumb.
Yeah, that is bullshit.
Pre-order bonuses should be cosmetics.
Yeah, they should.
That then come later with the complete edition if you want to wait to buy the game later.
But again, it's not the developer's fault who did that decision, because it's not them who made that decision. It was. I'm sure that if you talk to the dev team at Massive, I'm sure that they would be like, you know what, we want players to have access to all of the missions. Obviously, like, this is not our thing, guys. Like, Absolutely. It's Ubisoft. Ubisoft is full of shit. But I mean, like, and all their games are kind of the same. It's the Ubisoft checklist, which I hate so much, but, you know, it's just, this is what it is. You know what I mean? It's a AAA game. This is how it is. The publishers exert so much influence over these things. And I think that in terms of Star Wars Outlaws, how it looks, how it seems to play, I'm very interested in playing it. And I like The Division, so, you know, so sue me. But, yeah, I mean, it's really good. Allie, are you interested in a third-person shooter kind of Star Wars game? Would that be anything that you would be into?
I will be excited about anything that Star Wars puts out now that doesn't reference something about Skywalker.
No more Rising Skywalkers unless we make another Star Wars Masters of Terracotta.
So tired of hearing about this whole galaxy that's centered around one frickin' person.
I know. And the Emperor again.
We don't talk about it.
Somehow he lived. Okay, whatever.
They still didn't explain that shit.
Good, don't. I actively have never sworn at a screen in a theater other than when that pre-roll came up. Somehow I fucking
and they announced it in Fortnite. Originally, out of everything that they could have announced it in, it's in Fortnite, for God's sake. Anyway, speaking of Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Shadows. What are our thoughts on this game?
I'm excited.
You know what? I'm actually excited for this game. It's not going to be Ghost of Tsushima. I don't think. Why should it be? Why should it be the exact same thing that we already had? Ghost of Tsushima is going to be 1,000 times better than this game, okay? But still, it's Assassin's Creed Shadows. It looks interesting. I like the setting. I like the fact that, you know, or the you know, Gamergate 5.0 or whatever, I'm sure is going to have a field day with the fact that, you know, one of the samurai characters is like, you know, is a African, you know.
I love how everyone became historians when this game came out.
Exactly.
They're like, this is not accurate. I'm like, do you remember when Nikola Tesla was making lightning weapons for assassins in our history books?
Well, see,
that didn't happen?
Well, see, the thing is about it is that he also is a person of color. But see, the thing is that it's an actual true thing that he is there, but they don't have any actual factual things on him. All that stuff is hidden or gone. They never recorded it. They didn't say anything about it. But you do know that he does exist, that he was really there. And also that is another female character, too, that is there, too. And they're up in their panties about that shit. And I'm like, y'all really need to calm your titties.
And then the worst part is they're like, well, he's a real person. They're like, but, excuse me, actually, he was only a retainer and not a real samurai. I would like to say that I'm not racist without actually saying it. It doesn't matter. Shut up.
It don't matter. And also, they're supposed to be bringing back, hopefully, the original game mechanics, not the weird shit that we've been getting all of these years. Please give me the good old school.
Okay, but it's supposedly the last one that is in this string of the RPG style ones. Supposedly.
I'm still a fan of Odyssey, and I'm still a fan of I liked what I played of Valhalla, so
I enjoyed Valhalla.
This game is much smaller.
I liked Odyssey a lot
than Valhalla was.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. We don't need like a 500-hour experience here.
Compress your.
That's a little too much.
Not just that, the map. Supposedly the map is much smaller.
The checklist.
It was a big ass map. It was Valhalla and Odyssey that had, like, I think the bigger maps, right?
Mm-hmm. I cannot do the checklist thing anymore. It's just, ugh.
Don't do it.
I can't. Ubisoft, please stop. Anyway.
Like, stop it.
Okay. Let's talk about another thing that was at the Xbox presser, which was Actually, there's a whole string of them here. South of Midnight. I'm very intrigued by this. Art style, art direction, to like the combat and everything. It looks kind of good. It looks like a more like Louisiana swamp mystical version of like, it almost looks like it reminds me of what was the name of that game that came out early in the PS5? Like Kena or Kena?
Oh, Kena, Bridge of Spirits.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of that in a way, like just in terms of the combat and everything. Of course, it's more like, more swampy realism, kind of like stylized realism kind of a thing. But like, I like the music to it. I like the fact that you got this giant crocodile sloshing around in the swamp and in the river, and you've got like this giant fish dude that talks to you and everything. Like, I think it's kind of cool. It was nice to see gameplay, even we only saw a little bit of it, but I mean, it looks kind of neat. I'm excited for it.
The gameplay looks really good, though. I'm excited for it because he is also giving you that home down, especially down in the deep south of Louisiana, that Cajun, that voodoo type stuff, that shit that they need to talk about a little bit that we don't talk about. Just saying. But yeah, I'm excited for this game. This is one's on my top list, and I'm ready to play right now.
Yeah. Same. Allie, did you see anything about this game, South of Midnight?
I don't think I did.
Okay. Good. It looks pretty cool, though. I'll send you the trailer. All right.
Different, which is nice.
Yeah, exactly. It looks different, which is something that Xbox desperately needs at this point. Also shown off, Brock, you're gonna enjoy this one. Life is Strange Double Exposure: The Return of Max. The Return of Max.
Back into my life.
No Chloe.
No Chloe.
I'm upset about that. No. But anyway, take it away, guys.
Here's the thing: you get to choose what happens. So we don't know what that means, because the weird part is you got to hear Chloe in the DLC for True Colors.
Yeah.
Which was great. And I can't say there won't be a Chloe, because if anyone didn't notice, her powers are different, and she's going to be dimension hopping. That does not mean we can't see Chloe.
Yeah.
True.
Because there's rumors that you're going to run into Rachel in this game and talk to her about Chloe.
Nice. I'm excited for that. Because we've played all the Life is Strange games, and each thing is, all of them are all different in their own way. But I'm excited to see if we do see a Chloe or a Rachel, because I need some closure, man. I need a little something.
That first game broke me mentally. I didn't want to play it because I was a dickbag and thought the art style looked stupid, so I avoided it. And then I got it for like $10 on a sale, and it became one of my favorite series of all time.
See, it caught you. It got you. That's what it did.
Okay, I have to ask, because I don't know who's all played the Life is Strange games here, but one of the dumbest complaints I think I've ever heard came out when they announced the plot of this game.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't every single Life is Strange bordering on, except for I think Before the Storm, a murder mystery?
A little bit.
They're giving Deck 9 absolute shit because they feel they can only make murder mysteries. And I'm like, okay, let's run through the list here. Life is Strange 1.
That is the stupidest
A mystery around a missing person, which turns into a murder mystery. Life is Strange 2, centered around the murder mystery of how that cop died and the fact that the boys are on the run.
Right.
Yep.
Before the Storm, basically what happened to Rachel. So that's the one outlier.
Yeah.
And then True Colors, a murder mystery.
Yep.
Basically figuring out what the corporation did around the death of, now I'm blanking on her name.
I'm blanking on the name right now.
Alex's brother. Alex's
brother, yes.
And I'm like, every game has a death in it. We could be like, it's fine. And and then it's like, okay, tell me what you're going to write if it's not going to be a murder mystery. And then those people always respond with,
Gabe. Her brother's was Gabe.
Gabe, yes.
Yeah, Gabe, yeah.
True Colors was so fucking
True Colors
good.
was really good.
I have it in
Yeah,
my
True
storage.
Colors is good.
I'll play it now.
When that thing turned into a turn-based action game halfway through for a minute, I was like,
the LARPing.
Oh. I like that they actually have like a universe of characters that are like actually living and breathing and just
same.
See, I'm just more excited to see Max.
I gotta ask.
It'll be great to have her back.
Same, yeah. Is it the same voice actress?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. Oh wow. Interesting.
I just loved how everyone, when they were making fun of the game, the exact quote underneath it was, "They're not ready for the mosh pit, Shaka Bra."
Oh my
god. Amazing.
See, now I'm gonna go replay them now. I blame you.
That's great.
So good. Hey, when that got announced, starting like it's either going to be next week or the week after, at least 1 or 2 days a week, I'm going to be going through the remasters and playing, waiting for that to come up, because my ass is going to be. I know that we just talked about pre-order bonuses being whatever. You get to play 2 of those episodes like a week or 2 early. I'm pre-ordering it so my ass don't get spoiled.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me see where we're at here. Also, Allie, I wanted to ask you, have you ever played any of the Life is Strange games?
I have not. It's always been on my list.
Okay.
I've seen a bit of the gameplay, but I've not actually played it.
Okay, cool. True Colors is definitely one of the best, if not the best one, I would say. But they did come out with the remasters of the Life is Strange 1 and also what was the Before the Storm? That's what it was. Yeah. So those are actually they look a lot better, and I think they look pretty good. Okay, there's another game that Microsoft did feature as well, which was a very interesting looking game. Called Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It is from a studio called Sandfall, which I believe is I want to say they're a French studio. I will double check that. But yeah, it looks really interesting, and it looks like they're taking a lot of inspiration from Japanese RPGs and a lot of action RPGs and stuff. It's more turn-based though. So in terms of the character designs, everybody just looks really neat and intricate and stuff, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Order 1886 or something, where you have that very intricate character models and stuff like that, and I just like the look of the game, and I like the idea that you're fighting apparently against death herself or something, or this, I think they call her a paintress or something, someone that paints a number, and it's a countdown. It's going down from 34 to 33, and it's the painter spirit lady or whatever she is kind of counting down to the end of the world and just wipes out people every single time. So it's almost like a reverse roguelike, but it's being played by your enemy. And they're just wiping out people every single time. And you play this group that's going to go off and attack her. They're the Expedition 33 people. And it frankly visually looks stunning. The battle system, from what they've shown in the trailer, it looks almost Persona-like in terms of how the text pops up and everything like that. Animations look great. I love the fact that it's a turn-based game, that looks like Final Fantasy VII Remake or Rebirth. It has that visual fidelity, but it also plays like an old-school Final Fantasy game, so it's pretty awesome. But I'm looking forward to that a lot. Let me just look up Sandfall Interactive just so that I can fact-check myself there, because I want to make sure that I don't misrepresent them or anything like that. Yeah, they were founded in 2020 in France, actually, so nice. I did hear it right. Okay, nice. They definitely focus on single-player experiences, and like I said, if you guys have not seen the trailer to this, definitely look it up. The music sounds really great, too. It's the first game. I'm so intrigued by this. I love the character designs. I'm really excited. Did anybody else see the reveal trailer, or anybody else have any thoughts on this one?
And it looks interesting.
It's also Game Pass, so,
Nice.
Yay. Next up, Gears of War E-Day. They are bringing it back. It's a prequel. It's done by the same team that did Gears 4, Gears 5. I know a lot of people were not into 4 and 5 in terms of the characters and everything like that. I kind of liked the way that it was going. I really enjoyed Gears 5 from what I played of it. I played, I think, most of it. They had those little open world sequences too, where you had like the sail raft or whatever that was on the sands and everything. That was kind of neat. But they're taking it back to the E-Day, where all the bad guys just started attacking everybody.
Oh, yeah.
That trailer, I thought, looked really interesting and really cool. A lot of people are there was some controversy about whether or not it was fully CG or if there were some elements in there that were real-time assets and stuff like that. And I personally, I don't
Coalition
really care.
are really good at making beautiful looking games.
Yeah, exactly. They're good at that. So like, if you look at Gears 4 and Gears 5, like 5 especially, like that game looks good even now. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to play this one. Also, you got the somber Mad World song playing in the background. I mean, I kind of like this. I'm not gonna lie. Anybody have any thoughts on that? Nice to see Gears of War back too, by the way.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the big original-ish things that they have that they should be building their consoles around.
Exactly.
That is not something that PlayStation has an analog for, even remotely.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They don't.
That's true. Gears of War kind of stands on its own in terms of what's available on the different consoles and stuff. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And of course, this is going to be a great looking game. It's going to look awesome on PC, so yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. They showed a new trailer, a lot of story in the trailer. Not a whole lot of gameplay. We got some, though. I still can't resist yelling, "Get over here," every single time Indiana Jones uses the whip and gets a guy with it. But, I mean, what do you guys think of this? Because I thought the cinematic sequence was neat. It was very, classic Indiana Jones. I'm still... Okay, I'm a fan of Troy Baker. I even like some of the things that he says about that are interesting and more philosophical, maybe about game development and stuff like that, and about life in general. I'm a fan of his. I know he got into trouble for the AI thing and all that, but honestly, sometimes people make mistakes. It's just a thing that happens. I've made a mistake multiple times in this podcast already, but anyway, I like his voice. I think he's doing a really good job, but there are still some moments where I can't help but just hear Troy Baker. But again, it's just one of those things where it's so hard to do an Indiana Jones impression because
that's one of those things, though, too, that when they used to have a channel together, that Nolan North and Troy Baker have talked about, where they don't get to do something that isn't the voice.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah,
like Troy Baker doesn't get to be Pagan Min all that often, like that level of change in his voice.
Yeah, that's right. By the way, we need to get them back together. What is it gonna take?
I don't know, because I honestly can't come together with what truly happened behind the scenes to make them fall apart.
Well, I hope that eventually someday they bury the hatchet and get back to doing that, because that was a really fun idea of just having the two of the major leading voice actors, that are out there. But yeah, I mean, I just want to say though that I think that in terms of how it looks, I'm still not crazy about the first person perspective, but we get cinematic sequences where we see Indy, and we're gonna hear his voice and everything like that, and if he's doing anything outside of the FPS sort of purview, like climbing and stuff like that, you'll still see him. So I mean, it's not a deal breaker for me, but and it's Machine Games. I know that they know what they're doing, so I think
it'll end up being good.
It's in good hands. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There are 3 games that I kind of want to group together in the interest of time, and also in the fact that they're very similar looking. So one that was announced two of them were announced at Sony. One of them was announced at Xbox, and Ballad of Antara, which I thought looked interesting, but also the voice acting made me crack up a little bit because it's so melodramatic. I have seen the mist of time, but you know, it's like it's so melodramatic. It made me laugh. But I mean, the game itself looks kind of cool. It's got that aesthetic that we were talking about with like Black Myth, Wukong, and Phantom Blade Zero. It's kind of got that aesthetic to it. And also, you know, Where Winds Meet was another one that was announced at Sony's State of Play. I think that looks really cool. Dude. Now, okay, so big fan of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, right? So that sequence where they're running up the bamboo trees and everything.
Yes.
That looked awesome. Not gonna lie.
That game got to be a lot more like mythical, holy shit, otherworldly than it started out when it was advertised.
Isn't that also like? Wait a minute, am I thinking of the right one? Where like they said it was gonna be like multiplayer? Is it that one?
Might be another one. I don't remember them saying if Worlds Meet was gonna be multiplayer.
Yeah, I kind of forget if it was.
I mean, it could be. But
anyway. Regardless of that, well, you know what? We got the Google machine. Let's just ask the Google machine.
Because there was another game announced where you had like, I think you might was it Ballad of Interna that would have multiplayers? Because you had like people following you around that other people could join in with you as. I don't remember if that was Where Winds Meet.
Ballad of Antara then.
I think it's Ballad of Antara.
I think you might be right. Yeah. It's a groundbreaking wuxia open world. Features open world.
Did we mention open world?
They don't mention multiplayer, so yeah, I think it's a different game, honestly. But all right. Anyway, Where Winds Meet looks kind of cool. So then the other one that was announced at the Xbox event was the Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, which I thought looked kind of interesting because of the way that they were presenting it, and also in the trailer, the way that the female sort of protagonist kind of mentions the fact that she's the monster, maybe. I think that sounds kind of interesting to me, so I'm definitely into that.
Yes.
So let me see where else.
Fallen.
Yeah, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers is the name of it. Maybe that's the one that I'm thinking of.
I think that might be the one
That might be the one that I'm thinking of, honestly. With the multiplayer thing?
Yeah.
I think so.
That does look sick, though.
It does, right? It's a Souls-like. Again, not every action game out there needs to be a Souls-like, but I guess we're going with what we know, I suppose. But you know, it's on my wish list. I'm interested in it for sure.
RPG. We have cooperative land local party MMO multiplayer. I think that was the one.
That was the one I was thinking of then. Okay, because I knew it was one of these types of games, but it was All right, well, you know, we'll see what they do with it. We'll see what they do. I'm definitely interested in playing it for sure. Okay, up next, Mecha Break.
Yeah.
I'm so down for this game. Oh my god. Amazing. Okay, this almost made up for the fact that, first of all, let's just talk about like the mecha designs look amazing. This reminds me of Virtual On, for crying out loud. Does anybody remember Virtual On? Yes. Like, remember Virtual On Oratorio Tangram, and we just called it Voot, which made me laugh every single time. I was like, let's go play Voot. But you know, I mean, like, this game looks like a modern day interpretation of that same type of gameplay. Except even possibly more frenetic. I'm not sure. Is there going to be like any kind of single player component to this? Probably not. It's probably just going to be multi, but it looks so good. Super excited for it. Pixie, did you see the trailer for this one?
I did. I was like,
yeah.
I get the pew pew. They fly around and burn things.
Allie, I know that this one might be out of your wheelhouse a little bit in terms of like, because it's super like fast action kind of stuff. But did you manage to see anything on any of these games that we were talking about, like the Indiana Jones one, Mecha Break, or any of those?
I did see a little bit on Mecha Break because like I'm being more old school. I was a huge fan of Mech Warrior. So anything that comes out with mech in it, I'm instantly checking it out.
Same. Yes, I'm the same way. But yeah, it looks really good. That almost made up for that one stupid game that they had the really cool animated intro for. Remember that, Brock, when we were watching? And we were like, this is a sick animated intro with like all the missile things. And then the guy gets on stage and he goes, well, yeah, so this is the RTS game for fans who are not maybe RTS players. And I was
that's what whenever I see sick ass trailers, I'm always like, and it's going to be real-time strategy. And then,
oh man,
don't show me that trailer.
Not that we hate RTSs or anything. It's just that strategy games maybe not my forte. So
advertise them to look like.
Make them look like themselves. Like seriously, you're gonna give me that animated intro with that? You broke my heart, Fredo. Anyway,
yes.
So next up that I want to talk about in a game that's releasing pretty soon is The First Descendant, which I think looks awesome. I'm really interested in playing this. But yeah, any thoughts on
I
this
want to play it. That's gonna fix my Anthem fix that I have had for forever.
Seriously. And it just, I want to play like the infiltrator character. I'm already deciding, like, that's what I did in Anthem 2, where I was like, I gotta play the character that's like an infiltrator from Mass Effect. Like, that's totally it. Just give me a cloaking device, man. That's what I want from these games. But anyway, Pixie and Allie, what do you think of The First Descendant? Because that game is coming out soon. It's going to be free to play as well. And a lot of the character designs look really awesome.
I don't think I saw anything on that one personally, but I can definitely look it up and see if I will play it.
Okay. All right.
There's the bunny girl in it.
Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, I'll play that.
Yep. It looks
pretty
good.
Really good. Kind of reminds me of like the what's it? It's not coming to me. It looks really good though. When is it supposed to be released?
In like July, I think.
Ooh, so I get to play something before my birthday.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna come out in July.
Oh yeah, I see it July 2nd. Nice. I'll definitely play.
Okay, so next up we got a game that looks very interesting. It looks like it's kind of based on maybe some folklore and myth from like India or something. So it's called Unknown 9 Awakening, which I think is being published by Bandai Namco? Maybe? Or am I thinking of something else? But anyway, Unknown 9 Awakening looks kind of interesting to me. It is Bandai Namco. It's coming out in the fall of 2024, and you basically play a character that kind of does like, she can almost do like a body snatching sort of mechanic, I think, or like she can control like enemy characters and stuff. It's kind of interesting looking, and it's very interesting looking. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like it would be really interesting. For some reason, maybe it's the name or something. It almost reminds me of Immortals.
There you go.
It almost reminds me of that game. But it's probably just me and probably just my brain.
No, I mean I can see it.
Yeah, Brock, what do you think of this one?
I mean, it looks cool.
It looks cool.
Right to see what we're gonna do with it. I did want to see a little bit more first.
Same, yeah. Apparently you're mastering a dimensional force called the Fold. Interesting.
Fold.
All right, I'm down for that. I'm down to fold. I'm folding right now.
Know when to hold them.
Oh, jeez. Okay, anyway. Next up. This game is getting torn apart, and I feel like it's not fair. Dragon Age Veilguard. Admittedly, not called by its cooler name of Dragon Age Dreadwolf anymore, which makes me sad. But
when you read the synopsis, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Because the Dread Wolf is not going to be the main bad.
Right.
I'm excited to see this, though.
Yeah, same. I'm excited to see this.
Wait, aren't you mad that the game that always had mythical creatures and lesbians that you could have sex with now has mythical creatures and lesbians you can have sex with?
Oh, that's so upsetting to me. I'm very upset.
So upsetting.
Oh my god. Why? Why does this happen?
I think that if you use the word woke in your review, you're no longer allowed to review a game.
I think so, honestly.
Because people don't know what that word means anymore.
No.
Yeah.
It's so stupid to me, like, seriously.
I understand it doesn't look as dark and gritty, and it's not as a hardcore of an RPG as it used to be, but guess what? The core team of Mass Effect people, or I just want to say Mass Effect, BioWare team that you used to have there with all those heavy hitters isn't there anymore. They aren't. So don't be mad at the people that don't have as deep of roots for not going as hard as they aren't able to do just because you're mad because the team broke up.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd still be fun. Inquisition was amazing.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, oh yeah, Inquisition is actually really, really good. I'm really enjoying it.
I got to judge a dead person's body in a box. Like...
I seriously... Okay, so I was watching a video on this game, on Veilguard, and how they were talking about, it's the hardcore fans that love Dragon Age Origins, and like, we're not into this whole BioWare virtue signaling, whatever, and like the characters don't look all sexy anymore, and so we're upset about that. And I'm like, grow up, bro. Like,
I'm going to be honest with you. Outside of Morrigan and Liliana, none of the characters went out of their way to look attractive other than the males.
Yeah, other than them.
I'm going to be honest. Like, the women are covered in veils, or they're normally elves that are a little bit less sexualized. Like, the Iron Bull is the most sexually attractive character in the entire game for most people. And he's a Canary that's 9 feet tall with giant horns, so...
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm with you there. It's like, this is so stupid. When are we gonna get past this? Like, are we ever gonna get past this? Never, of course not. Why would I even think that? But I mean, it's so stupid that, like, people are complaining about this, and it's like, that's not... Dude, that doesn't have to be the reason why you play a game. Like, enjoy the game itself. It just makes no sense to me. Anyway, I'm getting frustrated. Okay, let's move on. But anyway, I hate the fact that it's getting downvoted so much, because I do think that it looks kind of fun. All right, the tone for the trailer maybe was a little bit off. The reveal trailer. I'm not exactly a big fan of the musical choice that they made and stuff like that. But honestly, though, it looks fun. The gameplay itself looked fun. And so what if it's an action RPG? So what? Like, those games are a lot of fun, man. And Inquisition is really, really good. Origins is really good, too. I don't see why we have to have this weird division and gatekeeping of, like, oh, we're gonna, like, nobody should like this game anymore because it's not like the game that I loved. It's like, of course not. Things change, times change, and teams change. So, get over it. Okay, now, there's a game that's kind of been out in beta form for a very long time, and also it's got a demo out on Steam now that's basically the beta as well, called Once Human, which I wish Red were here to talk about it a little bit, because I know that she played a lot of it with her partner as well, and I've played some of it, and it's a really good survival MMO kind of game. I noticed that with the recent updates to the demo/beta, enemies are much more plentiful and they're more aggressive at you and stuff like that, which is interesting. And I'm playing on mouse and keyboard, and I'm not used to that, so that's been a lot of fun and very stressful. But wait,
what are we talking?
Once Human. Yeah. I really like the game, though. I like it a lot. I'm not like a huge survival game person, although I have been getting more into it because of Pal World and because of Disney Dreamlight Valley, because of like Once Human, games like that. Good. where like you're kind of like not really survival for Disney, but I mean just in terms of like base building and stuff like that. Like I haven't been that type of gamer, but I'm sort of learning to enjoy it now. But yeah, you know, I like Once Human. I think it's cool, and it's got that cosmic horror kind of vibe to it too. So that's neat.
I haven't
got a little
played
Pokemon
this
monster
yet.
training thing.
I haven't played Once Human yet, but I know I've played. Oh my god, what's that other fucking survival game? Oh, it'll probably come to me later, but it's like zombies and everything.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. It's like you survive. Huh?
For a minute, I thought you were talking about the day before.
No.
Oh God, no.
I know what you're talking about, though.
The day before.
I played that too. That was
wow.
Oh my god, what is that fucking game? It'll come to me later.
Dude,
but it's the same thing. The basis you survive, zombie apocalypse.
The day
play
before,
with like a big group of friends. It's pretty good. The day before, though.
Something. That is so hilarious to me. Okay. All right, so we're almost done, guys. We're almost there. Next up, there's an interesting looking Souls Light kind of game called Flintlock Siege of Dawn, which I have the demo installed on Steam, but I did not play it in time for this podcast. But anyway, I did want to give impressions on it, so I probably will the next time we talk. But yeah, Flintlock Siege of Dawn looks kind of cool. Again, with the female character, again using guns and stuff in your rogue / Souls-light game. I think it looks really good to me. Like it looks kind of polished, and it looks like a game that I would enjoy playing. So,
like personally, it does look really good. I like the way it looks. The gameplay looks like it's be fun.
Yep.
Upbeat, like fast paced though. You got to have some pretty good reaction times, I think.
Same.
Especially what's going to be happening. But I mean, from the gameplay that we saw when it was being openly trailered and everything for the time, it looks really good. I don't know how I feel about fighting a ginormous type scorpion spider, though. I might run from that. Like, take him first. Look, I am that friend in the horror movie that might trip you to live. I'm sorry. I will bring flowers to your grave and everything, but look, listen. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
That's funny.
Oh, yo, that's great.
To survive, you don't have to be the best. You just don't have to be the slowest.
There you go.
Exactly. Ooh, First Descendants coming out on July 2nd, so we're almost there with that one.
Nice.
From the time of this recording, which is very, very cool. Okay. I'm trying to look up something right now on my Steam wish list here. Something that I was looking forward to that I can't find. Anyway.
It's HON.
No! Stop it! No! It's not Honkai Star Rail. Never! Okay, anyway. Like the billions of people that have downloaded that game are like, what the fuck? Fuck you. Anyway. So, back to Nintendo for a second. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD finally getting another... Is it another re-release? I feel like there have been 10 of those too.
I think so.
But you know, Luigi's Mansion's fun. I hope we get another one eventually. That would be cool. Any thoughts on that, or should we just go forward, onward?
Go forward.
Okay. Go for it, yeah.
All right. Luigi, you know, he's gonna death stare us if we don't talk about him. Okay. I wanted to mention Metal Slug Attack Reloaded, which is a mobile game turned into a Steam PC port and maybe on Switch also. It's interesting to see how they have tried to reinvent Metal Slug so much. Like SNK is giving us all the Metal Slug except for an actual side-scrolling Metal Slug with, that's like a Contra clone, basically, which is what it was. But more fun and more funny, I should say. But yeah, Metal Slug, you know, much respect to that series. I love it a lot, and I hope that it continues. Avowed also featured at the Microsoft press conference, or event, I should say, showcase. Avowed is an interesting Obsidian-produced first-person very colorful Skyrim inspired sort of game. I think it looks interesting. I think the story is definitely cool. I love the fact that they're using all these, it's a very colorful game, which I love. I like the fact that we're not stuck in this, sort of brown, yellow, gray, gaming sort of world anymore that we were kind of stuck in the sixth generation of games, especially sixth and seventh generation. I think Avowed looks really good. What do you guys think of that about it? Brock, you have any thoughts?
I think it looks good. I've heard recently that it's actually going to be rather short, so that's going to be kind of different.
That's interesting.
I'm like a short, breezy experience. I'm okay with that.
I wouldn't have thought about that, honestly. I wouldn't have thought that it was going to be shorter. Interesting. I want to mention a game produced by Capcom because it's an interesting game, kind of a tower defense game. It's called Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess.
The one we couldn't figure out what the hell it was.
We couldn't figure out what the hell that was. Yeah, it's actually like, so the interesting thing about it is the fact that it's kind of a tower defense sort of game, because like in the day what you're doing is you're basically freeing these townsfolk and townspeople that are like entrapped by evil spirits or something. So you go and you clear out like the poison, or like the what's the word that I'm looking for here?
Yeah.
The corruption surrounding these townsfolk, and then they will join you in your quest. And basically there's this goddess and she's on a pathway, and you have to basically clear the path and make sure that she's able to apparently she can't do it herself. But you have to basically clear the path for her so that she can continue to walk it, essentially traverse. I think that's kind of neat. And at nighttime, basically these evil demonic hordes come out and they try to attack her and attack you and stuff, and you have to defend her, and you, as the townsfolk can help you. I think it's actually kind of cool looking. More strategic than I was expecting, because it kind of looks like almost like a third person action game, but it's really not. Yeah. It's got more of a slower pace to it, so I think that's interesting. Yeah. So, Kunitsugami looks cool. That's coming out in July.
Sounds pretty fun.
I also want to mention a little indie roguelike game, roguelike shooter game that's called Kill Knights, just because you had me with the name Kill Knights. And also the fact that it's kind of got that top-down isometric perspective. It reminds me of a sort of grimdark Cannon Spike. Remember that game from the Dreamcast, Cannon Spike?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite games. I still got it. I still have it. It's somewhere in a box, but
isn't that Cammy game?
That was the Cammy game. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that game so much. But yeah, so it reminds me of that kind of but obviously without the characters that we know and love. And but I mean, it's an interesting game. There's a Steam demo out right now. Again, I didn't have time to play it, unfortunately, but like definitely one of the games that I want to check out. Some of the games that I'm still interested in that we did not really see at the showcases or anything like that, or that were announced more recent than the showcases were. Just today, actually, this is kind of breaking news here when we're recording this. Limited Run Games is bringing back Fear Effect.
And I saw that.
That's crazy to me. I never would have thought that we'd see Fear Effect coming back. And it's not a remaster and not a remake, apparently. It's like the PlayStation 1 version of the game, which I find really fascinating. Like, are people going to play this? I mean, I'll play it because I missed out the first time around. So, yeah, I'll definitely play Fear Effect. We got the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. We got the Street Fighter 6 DLC. We got Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves coming out. We got the Power Rangers beat 'em up. Guess what else we're getting? Fighting Force collection. Fighting Force. Did you? Fighting Force coming back? Like, I cannot. What timeline am I in right now? At least in terms of video games. Like, this is the weirdest thing to bring back. Fighting Force. My God, people hated Fighting Force when it first came out. I got it because I was like, they don't make 3D brawlers anymore. I'm gonna get this game, whatever. But like, you know what? It's so funny to me that Fighting Force, out of all the games that we're getting a collection for that. That's amazing.
I'm gonna give it a second chance.
I know, but it's Fighting Force. Why? What in the world? I just remember people just really hating that game back in the day. Like, jeez. Man, oh man. I mean, I'll probably play it, honestly. I'll wait for a sale, but I'm gonna play it. Beyond Good and Evil. Beyond Good and Evil is getting a 20th anniversary re-release, which is fascinating because it's been 20 years since we got any news on Beyond Good and Evil 2.
No, it's only been like...
I know, it's only been 10 or 4 or 5.
Since we got a trailer.
Or 100,672 years. But, you know, yeah. So Beyond Good and Evil, great game. So, I mean...
It is.
If you haven't played it yet, definitely play the 20th anniversary edition, I guess. Also, wanted to mention a couple of indie games as well. We got some action games coming out from indie developers. Mostly found this out through Twitter. There's a game called Spine, which features a female protagonist. Her name is Redline, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. And also, it looks like really super polished in terms of the combat and just the movement and animations and stuff. And it's basically got some gun fu in there. So she takes down guys with really elaborate martial arts and then just shoots them in the face, which I think this is great. I'm so down to play it. It reminds me of Remember Me, kind of. That same kind of combat to it, maybe a little bit different, a little more freeform. But Spine, definitely, if you guys have not checked it out, definitely take a look at that. Just do a search for it on Twitter. You'll find it's like Spine Game is like their handle. So anyway, go follow them. Also, an action game, a third-person action game featuring another female protagonist. This one's called Shadow of Mammon, which is developed, I think, by a very small team. It looks very cool. It's got a grappling hook mechanic. The shooting looks really solid. It kind of has that over-the-shoulder sort of perspective on it. What this one reminds me of is... It reminds me of a mixture of a sort of like Resident Evil 2 kind of thing, but more action-oriented, and also reminds me of... what was the name of that game that came out with the Dreamcast back in the day? Blue Stinger. It sort of reminds me of Blue Stinger, kind of, in a way. But this is more, if Spine is more of an action martial arts gun fu sort of combination game, this is more of a straight up action shooter. So, kind of cool. Fighting games, there was one that was featured during some of the showcases this year that's called Diesel Legacy. Sadly not featuring Kevin Nash in the lead role. This is more of a steampunk mech 2-on-2 fighting game. It looks very, very cool. There's a character that they just released a trailer for where she kind of sounds and looks like Harley Quinn and kind of does a lot of like, and she's a skater, so she skates around like in the levels and everything, and it looks really neat. So Diesel Legacy, look that one up. And I will never stop trying to convince people to look up information on this game. It's called Corrupt, Coreupt, Corrupt. It's a fighting game that is basically a 2.5D sort of fighting game. Very cool, cybernetic looking characters in their robots and stuff like that. They're all named after guns, which is interesting too. And it's basically developed by again another small team, maybe just one person, and it's got a lot of combos to it, and it just plays like Killer Instinct, like the old arcade Killer Instincts, which I think is pretty awesome. It looks so good. And the last thing that I want to mention before we go, we got a trailer for Arcane Season 2.
We did.
What do you think?
I think that people are insane for losing their minds at the story beat of a thing they knew was coming.
I agree. It looks so great.
I like the fact that they were very honest about how this is going to be the last season of Arcane because they are making other stuff in that same world.
Yeah.
They're not stretching it out for stretching it out's sake.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
It looks so good to me. Just the sheer polish that goes into that show. I can't believe it. I'm so excited for that. Okay, my voice is wearing out, so we got to get this thing done and go in here. We almost went for 3 hours. This has been a really fun recording, though. Thank you guys for being a part of it. Thank you all for listening. This is Arcade Reloaded. This is episode 1. We are restarting the numbering. We are starting over. This is a fresh start. So, everybody, I just want to ask you, where can everyone find you? If you want to go ahead and just, promote anything that you have going on. Pixie, let's start with you.
Yeah, you can always find me over on Twitch at Goddess Autumn Fae at twitch.com. Just hit me up there. You can always find me, or you can always go to Instagram, which is also under my name. It would be Goddess Autumn Fae. Thank you.
Nice. All right. And Allie, do you want to promote anything, or do you want to talk about anything? Tell us where we can find you online.
I am more of a behind-the-scenes person. You can find me on Twitch, but not on my own channel. I'm usually modding for either Neo or some bitch named Red. I also have quite a few other streamers like Marshy Morrow, Crafty Jackalope.
Yeah, Crafty.
And there's probably somebody I'm forgetting, and if I am, I'm really, really sorry.
All right, awesome. Brock, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on, I think, almost literally everything at Organoid Zero. I'm going to be cosplaying a lot more toward the end of this year, so my Instagram will have more stuff on that, and I'll be having a cosplay other than just Nero now, so that's nice. And I will be, like I said, streaming more, and it might end up being at the end of next month, but anyone who is listening to this is a fan of Ruby, I have a Weiss-Schnee autograph from Kara Ellerby and a Blake Belladonna autograph from Aaron Zek that I'll be giving away at the end of July.
Awesome.
So all you need to do is be subscribed and watching when I do the giveaway. It's an automatic thing that Twitch will just run and pick a winner.
Sweet. All right. And then for me, you can find me on the social media platform formerly known as Twitter at Neoplasmic24. You can find me on Instagram and Threads at Neoplasmic81. You can find me on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/Neoplasmic. I recently did a wipe of my hard drive, so I'm having to redo all of my stream setup again, which is, this is like the third time I'm doing it. It's fine. It is what it is. But, hopefully we'll get that back up and running very soon. And you can also find me basically anywhere that Allie is as well, because we all follow each other. You can find me on Pixie's Twitch, anywhere that Allie's at. I'm going to give a shout out to Red as well. Some Bish named Red, that's Bish named Red. And also Rin, who couldn't be here, going to give him a shout out. Renkoth, that is Rynkoth. At Twitch. He was supposed to be here, but then couldn't make it. Clark is another one of our friends that was supposed to be here, but couldn't make it. His Twitch is Clark13, so that is CL4RK_13. So please support everybody. We're all friends. We're all supporting each other. We're all trying to, just increase engagement and audience participation and stuff like that. So please, just, subscribe if you can, follow, please, get our numbers up and all that stuff and have fun. I'm also going to say renegadepopculture.com, because that is where this show is hosted. Renegade Arcade is part of the Renegade Pop Culture Podcast Network. We have articles up on there. We got all of our shows. Animation, our flagship podcast, is on its 148th episode. My God.
Dang.
So I think this is like episode maybe like 20 something of this show. If you do the legacy numbering, but we're starting off from number 1. So this is a fresh start, like I said. So again, that website, renegadepopculture.com, you can see work from me. You can see work from Brock. Yeah.
Yes.
So, And then also, if you want to follow our podcast, please follow us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts as well. We're on Pandora for some reason. We are basically on Patreon as well. We're working on getting that more up to speed as well. So that's patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. You can find us there. You can also find basically anywhere that you want to, listen to a podcast. We're going to be on there. So please check us out. Need an escape? So do we. All right, guys. That'll be it for this episode of the Arcade Reloaded podcast. I will see you all next time, and thank you all for being here, and have fun. See ya.
Bye.